Wrong one.
We're
We're live. We're live. I hit the wrong button.
Hey.
Oh, well.
Oh, so much for the
These kids have got me all disturbed tonight. Good evening, Beards and Boogers fans. Thanks. Chat's flying, man. Having a good time. That's awesome. Really appreciate it.
That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Let's get the boogie. 13, man. We got to get that number way up. Let's go, folks. It's free. Tell them to come on. We're live.
Yeah, let's go.
And let me pick the proper words here. I do believe that Mary Fabian will be joining us on the show here shortly. So, anyway.
Heck yeah.
If you ain't in chat, you don't understand. So,
we'd love to chat with her.
Absolutely. Blackie and Erica. How are y'all doing
tonight?
Hey, we're doing great.
Yep.
Having a great night.
All trimmed up.
I got an offer to shave my beard off for $100.
Ain't enough.
And I just can't do it.
Nope.
And then she got $100 to shave her eyebrows off, and she wouldn't do it either.
Nah.
I thought most women just drew their eyebrows on anyway. So, but
nowadays it seems that way.
Yeah.
You can draw different expressions every morning, like what kind of mood you're in. Like, I'm angry. Oh, you know.
Yep. DGB, how are you this evening, brother?
I am good, brother. Glad to be alive, man. Living the dream.
Yep.
Living the dream. Absolutely.
Yep.
Hi, Jeffrey. Bacon in the wind. Don't worry, that's green tea in that cast tonight. And we got a guest backstage.
Yeah.
We got a guest backstage. And I want this person to behave herself. I hope she behaves herself. I know she's got a lot of paying back to do, especially to the little bacon guy over here, but I'm happy to see her come in here. And I think we may have Adam on here shortly too, so we'll see.
Hey, the more the merrier.
The more the merrier. Good evening, Mary.
Hi.
Hi,
Mary.
Oh, look at you.
Man, she's living like the Amish tonight. It's dark in there.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn the light on too bright because I just woke up.
Oh,
that's why you.
Gotcha.
Well, we're glad you came on with us. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you. Yes,
we'll pick on you about something, I'm sure. We'll find something.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Anyway, Mr. Blaylock.
Yes.
You had what possibly could have been something interesting yesterday evening. Why don't you touch base on that real quick? Well, we did. Have to be real quick. Just tell us.
Yeah. So it was interesting, but I wasn't like claim it to be anything or anything abnormal. But my sister was getting ready. Actually, she had left, and then she turned around and forgot something, came back, and it was right about dark last night. And she pulled back up, so I walked outside, and we're standing there talking, and she's getting ready to leave. And before she left, I just let out a call. Every now and then, I'll just throw out a call. I know everybody's gonna be like, "Don't do it around your house." I mean, I get all that, but every now and then, I'll just throw one out. And just like off at the corner where we hear like, a lot of different sounds come from over the years, just kind of this tail end of a howl, kind of, and then listening a little longer and like another classic. It didn't sound like a coyote. It sounded like if it was any kind of dog, it was more like a wolfy type howl, kind of quiet and like at a distance, but I mean, maybe a quarter mile or something from my house or something away or something like that. But we stood there and listened. I actually let out another call after a while, and it was just dead after that. So I don't know. And of course, you don't have nothing recording because you just kind of, it's so quick, you don't even think about it. And
That's the first thing Cindy asked. Did he record it?
yeah,
I don't think he did.
we were just saying goodbye is all it was, and then boom, then it happened. So
Cool.
Yes, that's awesome.
I
mean,
don't have any experience with that, but you're making me think. What about the octaves and what it is that's responding to certain octaves? You know, certain notes. And I wish Bacon was back on here because he was talking about a toy. And
Be very careful what you wish for.
attracting like a dog toy or something, attracting the sound of deer.
Yes.
You know, I just wonder about octaves, and you know, we don't know what they're thinking. You know,
That's
we don't
true.
know what they're attracted to.
Well, here's something now, Mary. The first question we'll come at you with is, I'm sure you're aware of somebody using something outside the box to maybe try to draw attention to these things with something other than a human vocalization or.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't advise doing that.
Right.
Oh.
I know too many people are jumping in and jumping on eBay trying to find and buying, you know, this nonsense, and they're just putting themselves into danger, and it's just stupid. But yeah, it's I don't know, this time of year, at least the ones around here seem to be a little bit more vocal.
What was that?
what was that?
That's my laptop.
Wow.
It sounded like a
Oh,
submarine.
we were So I was getting myself. I was a submarine ping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Hunt for Red October or something. Give me one thing.
Yeah.
That was pretty interesting. So obviously she's not going to tell us the different items maybe that people tried.
Oh, I'm sure I know one of them.
I definitely respect that.
Well, I would never use the S.
Yeah, that's the one. I'm sure one of them she's talking
No
about.
show.
Yeah.
But to ascertain one of them, it's not just any shofar. But I didn't know if maybe
You just
somebody
said
was
it.
like Wiki Toys or some kind of like
Jerry,
like a
you
party-
just said it.
a party favor or something like that's okay. A
Yeah,
party
people-
favor or something like that to draw their attention. You know, I didn't know if people would try to use some of that stuff.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
use drums. They use flutes. Sometimes, I just I'll play my harmonica, by the campfire. But
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think every animal responds to music, though, or some
Yeah.
sort of music, if it's done right.
yes,
Just don't use a can of compressed air horn. They probably don't like that. I would.
yeah,
think.
I've heard some luck with that though, but it also you might get more than you want.
I would think that would agitate anything.
Yeah.
It'd be like an air
Now-
horn would be like using a vuvuzela. You know what a vuvuzela is? In soccer, when you if you ever watch a
Yes.
soccer game and it's that stupid horn that everybody blows,
Yes,
annoying as all get
Yeah.
out.
a good
Yeah,
reason not to watch soccer.
After the stories I've heard that, Greg and I have talked about this. He's like, he's been with Coonbo during that. He's like, no. No one needs to be blowing one of them damn things.
By the way, real quick, Roger, Squatch and Holler's in the chat and
Recovering from his hip.
recovering from hip surgery, and hopefully things are going well. And I mean, I know it's early yet, but hopefully you're doing well, Roger. It's good to see you, buddy.
Yes.
Yes, Raj.
Absolutely. We'd let you in here, but I'm sure you.
Only if you're drugged up.
That'd be awesome.
He's welcome to come on. If you want to come on, just holler. We'll let you in here. Al Santariga, you want to come on? You can come on too. I
Al's
don't
in
care.
the chat.
I'll tell you what. I'll just put the link in the chat here shortly.
Yeah, Al. Oh, Al. Yeah. Al, Roger.
Any of them.
We got Mary on here. My gosh, this could be the greatest show ever.
Mary can tell us enough to keep us here for a couple hours. So I'm sure. So
Mary, I'm planning at least a day or two of you guys at Michelle.
Oh, good. I hope
least.
so.
Again, careful
'cause
what you wish for, Mary.
I know.
Zip line right in
Don't worry, I'll be on my best behavior.
and clothed.
Oh, please, yes.
Please, yes. How are you, Mary?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Yeah.
Mary, we've really enjoyed listening to your show and actually just listening to you speak in general. We love your voice and
Oh,
then your show.
oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I just enjoy, being with friends.
Exactly.
You guys, you're all friends.
Mhm.
Hey,
Yay.
Robert.
No enemies here.
Or dog. Hey,
No.
dog.
Yep, dog. Yeah, chat's
So
going
I
right along.
Mary, I talked to
He's-
Shelly and Steve from Habit. And
Yeah.
they're going to be coming on in a couple weeks.
Awesome. Yeah, they're going to be on my show on Wednesday.
Hmm.
So you'll get a little sneak peek.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, they were telling us that they actually have done some research in Maryland,
Okay.
and
Down on
she's
Eastern
got
Shore.
some. Yeah, Eastern Shore. She's got some vocals from down there.
Okay.
Very interested to hear that.
Yeah. Yeah, they travel all over, and I'm at the total opposite end of Pennsylvania from them. And whenever I need someone to go investigate something at that end of the state,
They're in New Jersey, aren't they?
yes, they are New Jersey. They jump in. I love them both. They're fantastic.
I don't think he can hop, Chad.
Good one.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hobble on
No,
in.
Awful.
Hobble.
Shoot.
Oh. Oh, jeez.
Well, well wishes. You TMI, bro. TMI, brother.
I just read
Hi,
that.
Roger.
Yeah. TMI, Roger.
Thank you.
Wow.
Good enough.
Naked.
Oh,
Oh Lord.
That's
Oh.
great.
Had a great show last night with Mark and Becca
yes, you did.
and
Mhm.
Mr. Beasley. We all had a talking tractors and stuff. I had a good time with that last night.
It was so funny for me because I wanted to jump in and talk about my tractor, which was a Gravely lawnmower.
Yeah.
That's about the biggest tractor I've
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm a city boy, or well, suburb boy. So there was never a tractor in my life.
Oh, yeah. My husband has a, what do you call it? Time, whatever, TYM tractor.
Wow.
Haven't a clue what size it is. It's a tractor. It's big.
TYM. Dog. Jerry or Jeff, one of y'all need to message me about what me and Jeff talked about. Okay.
Oh yeah. He's in Alabama.
Oh, look, Spencer's on.
Hey.
Spencer woke
Hey,
up.
Spencer.
Okay, relax.
Relax.
No, dog. I've talked to about. I just got to get him lined up for.
Yeah, get him lined up. Yeah. By the way, Spencer, Mark gave a fire pit lesson on how to get the fire going really well. I was kind of hoping you were around to watch that.
Ooh.
I don't know if you've seen it. If you get a chance, go back and watch the show, Spencer.
Use the leaf blower.
I carry one in the RV all the time. Yep, and
I
a
never thought about
Bernzomatic
using a leaf blower. Ooh.
and a small Bernzomatic torch to start the fire.
That's what
Really
Larry
fast.
Porch is for.
It's really
With these.
fast. Mm-hmm.
Gunner, no.
Anyway.
Uh-oh.
And before we forget about it, Easy, Jerry. I'll blow up your. Blow it up, baby. uh, Chad and Erica's going to be on Spencer's show tomorrow. I believe is that 2:30 tomorrow, Spencer Eastern. We'll be looking forward to that. So make sure everybody goes and gives some love to Woodwalkers for Blackie and Erica. That's going to be pretty cool.
Oh, Roger, please show up there. We're going to come back and we'll see you. The Wild Man thing again this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's funny.
That's how we got into all this was Roger.
Yes.
Roger and Greg. They were the
Yep.
first two people we met there.
Okay, normal time. 2:30 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern. Cool
Eastern,
deal.
okay.
No pressure, guys. You got this.
Oh no.
Just remember who will be lurking in chat tomorrow.
Yes.
Mm.
I expect it. Well, I know Jeff and David won't be there because they'll forget everything and they won't show up.
Yeah, like last night. Like last night, you know.
I'm
What are we
kidding.
talking about?
Hey,
I
I
love
was
you guys.
already
I'm
at
just
I was already going to the birthday party when I found out about this.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
do tell. Go ahead, Mary.
Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to make it or not for tomorrow's Woodwalkers, but I'll try.
Wow, you sleep late.
No, I'll be baking.
Oh,
Oh.
nice. What you baking tomorrow, Mary?
It's bagels and bread and probably buns also.
Oh wow, okay.
Nice.
I've actually got a pot of chili going.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wow.
tomorrow is Super Bowl, but we won't be watching.
Nah, we don't watch football. I don't.
I call it.
We don't.
I don't want to offend anybody, but I call it the stupid bowl. So
Yeah.
I'm,
Now,
I'm
if I
a
see
little-
Philadelphia, if
I'm
I
just
see
gonna be-
Philadelphia is way ahead of if they're beating Kansas City, I may have to give it a peek. But
I don't know what the script is this year for who's going to win. Haven't seen it yet.
well, I'm sure to go to Kansas City. So
I'm sure it will.
I ain't gonna say anything.
I refuse to root for Philadelphia, even though they're Pennsylvania. Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my girlfriend's team.
So, are you a Steelers fan, Mary?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
I like the black and gold, just
The
not. I mean, I'm not a-
Steelers. Oh,
Yeah.
just black and
Oh
gold.
my god.
everybody in Western Pennsylvania, Eastern Ohio, Western Maryland are all Steelers fans out
Yep.
there, man. Believe me.
I don't even care about football, but I still sorry, Mary. Can't stand
So I got a friend of mine. We were out goofing around his place out in Berlin, Pennsylvania. Okay, Berlin's south, near around Westmoreland, but south of Westmoreland. Anyway, he said, "We'll take you into the Steelers bar. We're going to have a couple drinks, me, him, and a couple other people, So we walk in. Yeah, sure enough, the ceiling tiles were black and gold painted and everything. I mean, it's the Steelers bar. Okay, I go in, sit down. That's cool. Hang out. My buddy looks at the bartender and says, "He's a Ravens fan." I'm like,
Oh.
the last thing, and eyeballs looked to me.
Uh-huh.
I said, I'm really not a Ravens fan. Don't listen to him. He's just trying to stir the pot. You don't walk into a Steelers themed bar and tell somebody you're a Ravens fan. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like, thanks, buddy. But anyway, that was supposed to be funny. You guys are supposed to really laugh that up.
I did. Well, yeah. I mean, I giggled.
Anyway,
Wow. I've
Robert
been to
Jones, Eagles are
I've
going to
been
win.
to Pittsburgh a couple of times for like business trips, but that's not football.
I played in a men's over 40 soccer tournament there, and I don't remember much about it. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
It was fun. Beautiful city.
We were
Yeah.
close this year. Oh, well.
Yeah, I used to work right in downtown Pittsburgh, and I'm so glad I'm retired.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
go there
How
anymore.
about
So, Mary, are you a Penguins fan?
Yeah,
All right, cool.
awesome?
yeah. The company I used to work for was a major sponsor, so I could get in for free.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, they were fun. Yeah, that and the Pirates games.
Oh, cool.
Cool deal.
I would definitely dig that.
What are we talking about tonight, Jeff?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things we could talk about. One thing I wanted to ask Mary, do you know what the lineup's supposed to be for Forest County this year?
Other than myself.
Yeah. Because I was trying to figure, I couldn't really find anything. I didn't.
Yeah, he hasn't announced it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll
You know what?
probably put the schedule out maybe another month or so.
That's a good topic. Why don't we talk about some of your outings this year coming? We're gonna put you on the spot again. Tell us all about them.
What the the conferences or the
Yeah, whatever.
camp outs or anything?
Probably mainly the campouts, maybe,
Yeah,
where you're gonna have a little action and.
I certainly hope so. Well, in fact, a couple of the places I know that there will be action. They're pretty constant there. There's a few places that we go to in the Allegheny National Forest that are very, very active. And the one place I've been hitting up for about 8 years or so. It's a property owned by an elderly couple, and the Bigfoot, they'll come up to the house, look in the windows. They have their handprints exactly like this, and a nose print right in the middle, from them looking right in the windows.
I love that nose print. That I thought was the best. You could just tell it went there.
Yep. Exactly. And so, the one, what was it, last October, I was up there and we were just sitting on the porch, just gabbing. And we heard a bang, and we looked over and didn't see anything. So we got up and looked around. There were handprints on my truck. And what he did was he smacked the top of the tonneau cover to get our attention and ran off. But there were handprints all over the side of my truck. They're just, ornery. They just play with us all the time up there. The one day we were sitting around the campfire, and the one guy, one of the researchers that goes to that area, he's from Canada, and we're just sitting around the campfire and looking. Two of us were facing the woods, and we saw movement back there. So the guy from Canada jumped up, ran into the woods, and was running after it. And there's a path that goes down the center, of the woods, and two of us were facing that path, so we could see that path really clear all the way down to the bottom. And we saw JP running in the woods to the left, and all of a sudden we saw that booger running across that path to the right. So we started hollering at JP, "Hey, it's over there." So JP runs over to the right, and here comes a booger back to the left across that path.
Oh, wow.
They're just back and forth. Holy crap. It was hilarious.
Like on Scooby-Doo when they're all running across the hallway.
That's awesome, David. Nice.
Exactly. That's what it was, like Scooby-Doo.
What do you do?
But
Mary, you've never been to Michaud, have you?
I have never gone there, and I keep
Yes.
looking at it and thinking I really have to get in there. Yeah, I've heard a few reports from in there, but I need someone local to show me where they are.
I know a guy, but I have to look his name up on Facebook. He's got some photographs of him in there, in the Michaud Forest area, and he doesn't. He at the time didn't live too far from there, so I
Okay.
just can't remember his name, but I'll think of it.
Yeah, if you can get them to come at least for an afternoon or something and point out a few places on the map, that way I can at least tell people, hey, if you want some activity, go over here.
Yeah, I know he climbs like radio towers, way up high. Used to
Oh,
for a living, so changed
okay.
light bulb stuff like that. It's crazy. But,
God bless him.
he has some pretty cool photos out around the Franklin County area of Pennsylvania. In fact, there's a photo of one. He didn't take it, but somebody he knows took it. Right, I mean, right at Chambersburg, just right outside the, if you will, city limits. Chambersburg's not a big city, but and uh, you can clearly see something at the tree or in between trees standing there, and then it went back and got pictures of nothing standing there. And he's the one that had them photos.
Oh, wow.
I think I might have showed them to you, Jeff. I sent them to you, I think. Jeff.
Ones? Which ones are we talking about, Jerry?
Oh, they were from Franklin County, Pennsylvania, just outside of Chambersburg. You could see a black something standing there beside a tree, and then there was a picture of it, nothing standing
I
there.
think I remember that. I'm trying to think.
I got him somewhere. That's fine. I wish I could think of his name, darn it. I will. It'll come to me. But he's got some stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out Michaud. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I hope to get out there. Yep.
Yeah, the campground I chose, I chose it for a couple reasons, primarily for it's large enough that, all of us should be able to fit in there. And it's a nice big clearing. And plus, I think going by the map, it looks like there's a lake or something nearby, along with some ATV trails and so on. So should be a good area.
Yeah, the nice thing is we're not far from that at all.
Good.
No, it's a couple hours away.
It's less than maybe, I don't know.
Not quite two. It's just outside of
Gettysburg.
Well, that would be awesome.
Gettysburg's an hour and 20 minutes, something like that for us. So.
Wow.
And Michaux's not that far past it, so.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of a free for all show. Smarty pants. I'm not going to make notes for a freelance show.
I was laughing about that.
Yeah.
Wendell's on a roll
Now,
tonight.
come on, Wendell.
Wendell's full of it tonight, isn't he?
Damn it, Wendell.
How about down around the Needmore, Pennsylvania area, Mary? That's down like near McConnellsburg,
Okay.
Bedford County, maybe somewhere near Bedford County. I'll tell you, I did a actually the night that when we got home is the night that Cindy and I both heard vocalizations here. We went out there and did a diesel drag racing event, filmed that, and that was some of the roads. My gosh, the first time driving back through there, I'm like, oh my gosh, this place has got to be loaded with them, man. I mean, unbelievable area. Which
Yeah,
a lot of Pennsylvania's like that, you know that.
Yeah. Yeah, Bedford County, it's a very remote county to begin with, and all mountains and forest and beautiful area. But yeah, we've gotten quite a few reports, and the neighboring county also, Somerset,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very active.
Pretty sure. I'm looking at a map. I apologize for the dead time here. Somebody talk. I'm trying to figure out what county that is. It's if it's not Bedford, it'd be the next one east, and I can't think of.
Yeah, there's Somerset, Bedford, and trying to think what's next. I can't remember. Might be Adams. I don't
No,
know.
Adams is further east. That's over closer to us. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's east of Gettysburg.
Yeah. I'm from Ohio. So
Sorry.
I can't help out there.
Oh yeah.
So
What part of Ohio?
the Dayton area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
No, not really.
No.
Well, thank you.
Hey, that's pretty famous area for
UFOs. Yeah.
UFOs.
Yeah.
And
Manufacturing. I traveled
Crystal
to,
meth. I mean, whichever way you want to go. Sure.
but Mary, I said I had traveled around Pittsburgh for business, and I traveled to Monongahela and Charleroi. I don't know if you're familiar with those areas, but
Very.
those were
yeah.
I'm
very-
familiar with Monongahela.
And I can tell you, being a girl from Tennessee and the mountains, I was shocked at some of the bridges I passed and like the drop off. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It was eye opening for me.
Yeah, that's Western Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Yeah, I used to live just up the river from Monongahela, in a tiny little town called El Rama.
Wow.
But yeah, I used to go shopping in Charleroi and Monongahela. Know the area very well. Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually Fulton County.
Bolton. Okay.
Yeah, it's the county between Bedford and Franklin.
Okay.
But I could not believe it. Just the like even in the daytime driving back in there, I'm like, boy, oh boy. But coming out of there that night, that was like, holy crap. And then you come home and you do hear something,
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a day. And thankfully somebody else was there with me to hear it, this time around. That time.
That's always good for validation.
Yes. Yep. Didn't take her long to get out of the truck and get in the house, I can tell you that. She said, I can't pronounce every word she said, but basically, let's get in the house now.
Now do it. Hurry.
That particular incident, Jeff, it was the three hows that were.
Yeah, I remember that.
Got an octave higher, then an octave higher the third
Yeah.
time. Yeah. That was creepy.
That is creepy.
Yeah. There's no doubt. You just get that instinct. You know what it was. It has to be.
Yeah.
Nothing sounds like that to me that I know of still.
Very
Next.
well put.
Yeah, did you see who's in chat?
Let's see.
Specific one. Brian Morrison.
Oh, okay. I'll have to scroll. I'm
He's
missing.
a friend of ours.
Oh, I didn't even know he was in here. He's actually out in Arizona, I think,
Okay, yeah, there he is. Hello, Brian.
What's he doing out there?
on vacation.
Oh.
His in-laws are traveling around the United States now in an RV. Lucky them.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, and he's been sending me some photos here and there. Looking for the Mogollon monster, maybe. You never know what you're going to run into out there.
I would love to be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
That's our plans. We hope to,
Awesome.
That area looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, there used to be a researcher who covered that area pretty thoroughly. He would have a camera, body cam or whatever, GoPro, up on his shoulder pointing behind him. And I think he passed away about 10 years ago or so.
Well, that's what Scott Carpenter did too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Harley's doing that too as well.
Yeah, Harley's doing that too.
I guess I better pay attention to chat.
Are you? Do you have a? You put a rear camera on your motorhome, don't you, Jerry?
When I'm parked,
Yeah.
all four directions.
Yeah.
I've got a camera. I've got a camera pointing all four directions, brother. Oh yeah.
Now, do you have a lighting system all four directions as well, or are your cameras nighttime cameras, or?
Yeah, trail. Yeah, nighttime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Yeah,
I have
I
a
used
couple,
to have one on my pickup truck, whenever we were down in Land Between the Lakes, and Bigfoot would come through every single night past my truck on the way down to Pat and Joe's trailer, apparently. But my camera never picked it up.
Wow. He does.
Was that LBL or was that at?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
We haven't been to LBL, but I really, really, really look forward to it. Going there someday.
Yeah, I highly suggest that you go there. It's fun. I love it there.
yeah.
Now you stay at Red Hollow normally when you go, don't you?
Yep. Yep. I have more activity up there.
Isn't that kind of way away from where other people are usually set up?
Yeah.
That's even better.
I
Yes.
was going to say that's probably why you do have the activity.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to get there a day or two early, before everyone gets in there also.
I've watched a lot of these Bigfoot movies where people like a couple go camp in the middle of nowhere. And I'm sure not ready for that. I don't think either of us are ready for that.
Yeah.
I want at least a couple other people around that might be armed as much as I am. That would, make me feel better. But there was a movie, what was it, Willow Creek?
Yes.
And I was like, oh, this is cool. And then when they got in the woods and all the people they ran anyway. Like, no, I don't want to be out that far away from everybody.
Yeah. Like that meme, they show daytime Bigfooting and they're all happy and frolicking through the woods. And the next time they're like, ah!
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
There's
Not
some
gonna
weird
happen.
movies out there.
Yeah.
Until you're in the
Willow
tent at
Creek's
night,
crazy
you hear
place.
stuff
I've been to
outside, and
Willow
everybody's
Creek lots of
freaking out.
times. It's woolly there.
I can only hold two guns at a time. So if I have to go outside my tent, it's like,
A little tidbit, little piece of, I was in a Bigfoot movie a few years ago. Yes. It was filmed locally. In fact, there's a sequel to it. I was in the sequel.
That is
It's-
great.
It is
put it in.
Movie star. We got a freaking movie star on here, man.
What was it, Mary?
It's called Bigfoot the Movie.
Oh,
And
okay.
the one I was in is called Bigfoot the Movie, the sequel.
I swear I've seen that.
You probably have. It's a comedy horror movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I
Oh,
have
yeah.
that. I have watched it, and I probably stopped watching it like halfway through or something.
Jeffrey.
Come on, Jeff.
You have to appreciate local Pittsburghese.
I've watched so many of them, it's hard to,
It's a bunch of yinzers, if you know what a yinzer is. Yep, yinzers going around chasing Bigfoot. The yinzers are Pittsburgh people,
Ow.
Western Pennsylvania, primarily Pittsburgh, and
Wow.
they call them
Yeah,
yinzers.
Catherine, I probably did fall asleep. That's probably what happened.
Wendell?
We by the way, keep Gary Spikes. Hopefully you're recouping well. Let's not forget about Gary as well.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Hopefully he's on the mend.
Now, see William Robinson. He knows what yinzers are.
Yeah, I know that name very yeah. But
Now, Mary, are you in the credits or you
Nope.
were are you? No, okay.
No,
wow.
just,
I'll have to look for you. Okay.
just an extra
Okay.
way back
Bystander.
in the back during a birthday party.
That's
scene.
still pretty awesome.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to look and see if I can spot you.
Me too.
You may have to look pretty hard, but yeah, you can see me.
Spencer, you are a comedy. You don't need to.
Good night, Al.
yeah, that's a good idea, Spencer. Yeah. Al taking off. Good night, Al.
Good night, Al.
Good night, Al.
Come on.
Night, Al.
I know.
That'll be another night where somebody gets their tent unzipped,
Yeah.
like at Hollins.
I can't even imagine that. I know Pat. Was it Patrick? Right?
Yeah, Pat Noble
I
Yeah.
can't even imagine that.
at Hollins. The damn tent got unzipped.
Yeah.
Billy Schilling said there was a lot of he was hearing all sorts of stuff
Yeah.
that night.
Yeah, they heard rocks thrown. They heard, I think, a couple growls. I wouldn't even.
Roger's
look,
looking up the movie.
I wouldn't even know what to do if I heard that stuff.
No.
Yeah, you can watch the first movie for free on YouTube. Bigfoot the movie.
Hold on, let me put that in my thing here.
Bigfoot the movie.
Yep, Bigfoot the movie. Yeah, that's
How-
the first one, but I'm in the sequel. Yeah, it was filmed near where I live in Elwood City. And, it's a couple local people. And I was really boosting and helping to promote the movie and helping out the guys. And they said, "Oh, you want to be in the second one?" I said, "Sure."
Wow, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. How about you, Chad? You been acting any?
No. Hollywood hasn't called me yet. I don't think I really have the face for it, so it's okay. I can live with that.
This is about as famous as I'm gonna get.
There you go. Right.
Yeah, I was quite happy to be in the back, and I didn't want to be any closer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I always said I'd love to be an actor, but I think it would be like independent movies because I think,
Yeah.
they're the best when
Yeah.
you got people doing independent movies. Like I said, with Willow Creek, that was an independent movie, but Bobcat Goldthwait did it.
Yeah.
Awesome movie.
Yeah.
Kind of out there and made you wonder, like made you not really want to go into the woods anymore. So Amish, Art, that's funny because I used to grow a beard with no mustache and I stopped that because I looked like I should be Amish. No offense to Amish people, but yeah, nope. See, look at that. Perfect. But yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, the no mustache with a beard just looks weird to me. I don't.
Well, you look weird to me, Jeff, so shut up.
Oh man.
I mean,
I'm
look,
just kidding, Jeff. I love you, brother.
just look. At least he's awake.
And that green
Green
tea is going
tea.
down. That's
I
awesome.
know you're not gonna be sleeping tonight.
It's the green tea.
It's decaf, I think.
It's not decaf.
So,
I think okay. Yeah. So yeah,
so
I got a good one.
please tell us.
What's the place that Mary will never go camping at again in Pennsylvania?
Uh,
There's got to
only
be one.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. There's one place I camped at that uh, the roads were just so doggone narrow, and I hated the roads. But
not Gary.
and that's about the only reason why I
Okay.
disliked it.
Hmm.
But no, well, about the only campgrounds that I wouldn't camp out is those resorts, and
Yeah,
that's
that's
about it. I have fun in it every place I go.
so you camp by yourself, Mary?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
Mm.
Wow, that's awesome.
yeah. A few places out in Ohio, I love to go to. Like for a night or two. Because I live along the Ohio state line.
It's your turn tonight, Chad.
Spencer's
Spencer, I
fired up
can't wait to
tonight.
see you tomorrow, brother. I cannot wait to see you.
Just remember, we're all going to be on Woodwalkers tomorrow,
Yes, Spencer's being
Be careful.
hardcore tonight.
Talking that
and
trash.
and I'm going to be in Chatham, Virginia in 2 weeks. Be careful. But anyway,
Yeah, Mary, there were a few areas we liked to camp in Ohio when we were still living there, but we weren't looking for boogers or anything.
No,
But we did primitive camp back then.
yep, that's the best kind.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you gone to Salt Fork State Park yet?
No, but we've heard about it on so many shows.
We were
Yeah.
at Hocking Hills a couple times.
Yeah.
And then up north in Putin Bay, we went to some primitive campgrounds there.
Yeah, Put-in Bay is pretty.
Yeah, it is.
It is pretty. And then we camped in Gettysburg at the KOA. And
ooh, that was busy.
no,
This place
when we
was
went,
busy.
it wasn't
Really?
busy at all.
Every
Wow.
other campground was completely packed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But we were happy to camp when we went there. And
And then we did all the tours, like I told you guys, you need to do when you go back up there. Is the history museum there is amazing. But it was a great. Gettysburg's awesome. It really is.
Yeah.
Especially like I'm into war history, and so the Civil War, obviously, that's awesome stuff.
Gettysburg has a history of a lot of stuff,
Yeah,
more so than just the Civil War. Trust me. But when you're there at that KOA, you're 20 minutes,
yeah. About
give or take, from Michelle, where Mary's going to be talking about being.
oh wow.
Yeah.
It's not far at all.
You know,
okay.
there's a really good KOA in Chincoteague if you guys ever go to Virginia
Oh,
I don't know where that
on the
is.
Chincoteague Island where the ponies are.
yeah.
That's down on the ocean, down the ocean side.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd love to go there someday.
Yeah, that
Well,
place
Pretty,
is-
pretty place. Yep.
We're gonna
Mary,
try
I
to
have
come
a
up.
question. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, David.
I have a question for Mary. Like, if you had a bucket list of the places you'd want to see in the world or in the U.S. or whatever, what would be like your top places you'd want to go see or go boogering?
To go boogering, yeah. And that's primarily it, just to go boogering.
Yeah.
Boykin Springs in Texas. That's on my near the top on my bucket list. I have no interest in going out to California or out there.
Sorry, David.
Or
Sorry.
Oregon. Yeah, I wouldn't go there either.
no Oregon.
Yeah. Speaking
Sorry.
of big beards, welcome Adam.
Yeah,
Hey,
there
Hey,
it is.
Adam.
Adam.
Hey.
Brother Adam is live.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
I'm all right. How are you?
Good. How's the show coming along?
It's been slow. I've had a
Yeah,
couple
we've
of
been
things that
waiting. We've been waiting to come on.
I know. I've had a couple of things that I've had to take care of, but I wanted to stop by and say hello to everybody.
Glad you did. Glad you did.
So just
You got a legend beside you on the screen.
That is Mary Fabian.
nice to meet you, Mary.
Nice to meet you also, legend. Oh,
Hello, Jerry. Hello, Blackie
she-
and Erica. Hello. Oh gosh,
She's a movie
there
star.
he is. There's both of them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, a movie star.
Yeah, Mary's a movie star. You hear about that?
I want to hear all about it.
just look on YouTube. The movie is for free. It's called Bigfoot the movie. It's a
And she's in the background somewhere.
I'm in the sequel.
Nice.
I feel like Brady Bunch here.
We need 3 more. Come on, people.
Yeah, come
I
on.
haven't shared the link. I haven't shared the link.
Dysfunctional squares again.
Get Spence in here.
Oh, come on, Spencer.
Yeah, come on, Spencer.
He
Speaking of
cusses too
Brady
much.
Bunch, somebody
He
said something at work to me this week about Brady Bunch about pork chops and applesauce. Does that mean anything to anybody?
I don't know if it was
No.
Brady Bunch, was it?
It was
Oh,
Brady Bunch.
is it?
I think it was
That was my favorite meal growing up.
Peter was saying something about what's for dinner, and then I don't know.
Pork
I guess
chops and
it was
applesauce.
funny how they said it.
Oh, now Spencer's got to bounce.
Oh,
There's no
really?
controlling Jeff.
Impossible, Spence.
We'll see you tomorrow, Spencer. Thanks for stopping in, buddy.
Yep.
How you
See
been, Adam?
tomorrow.
I like how Jeff said that, or Jerry said that. I'll see you tomorrow, Spence.
I'm doing all right, David. As you can see in the background, I'm doing a little bit of moving around as we speak right now. I actually had to pick up a new computer today. So literally right beside me, my wife is on her computer, and I'm sitting right here setting up my new computer.
Nice.
Cool deal.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I will check out that Bigfoot movie. I just saw it on YouTube, honey. There's a Bigfoot movie on here that we need to watch.
Sweet.
And one of the ladies that's in here actually starred in it.
Cool.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, cool.
Cool.
I'm way
sorry,
way
Mary.
in the background. just an
feel like-
extra.
I feel like I need to change my background because it just looks so disorganized.
It's
all
fine.
good. It's all
It's
But Mary,
fine.
Mary, we can't say that we were in the background of any movies, so that's a pretty big thing. That's pretty cool.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
we
was-
haven't been doing Bigfoot research forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually talking to my wife today because we was talking about taking our kid to Disneyland, and they opened up a new Star Wars thing, and I'm an absolute huge fan of Star Wars, right? And like,
Yes!
no joke, like, and my whole arm is Star Wars.
Wow.
I told her, I was like, you know how awesome it would be. Like, I would just go up to Lucasfilms and be like, please put me in the movie as a Jedi or something. I don't care if I get like the most dumbest death or whatever. I just want to be part of the Star Wars universe.
Adam, I've got all the 18-inch Star Wars figures, the big figs, all the stormtroopers, mud troopers, death troopers. I was my condo before I met her was all Star Wars. I had a
Wow.
fat head on the wall with the Death Star and X-wings and TIE fighters, and she was okay with it, so I married her.
There you go.
You can always send that stuff to me if you'd like.
Nope.
I have Star Wars trading cards. Remember the trade look like a baseball card?
Is it the
know.
77 ones or?
Oh, I had those too.
Or
Oh,
early. Pretty much right when they came out, yeah. I don't
I had
know what
all-
they're worth, but
I had all the trading cards. I had all the original Star Wars figures. But back then, I was just a kid, and
I still got mine here somewhere.
See, I wish I would have.
fat head.
I wish I would have been born then.
That's
like
right,
in
you
the-
did.
in the early 70s, so I could
Yeah.
collect all of them. But I have some of. I've got the original 12. I mean, loose. They're not in the package or anything, but I started collecting them ever since I was a kid. My dad got me into Star Wars, and I was like, okay. So ever since then, I've just been, and it about drives my wife crazy because I'll be like, there's a new Star Wars movie coming out. And she's like, what's it about this time? Are they going to blow up another Death Star?
Or where are we at in the series?
Yeah.
Or what are they killing in our Star Wars family that we don't want them to? Yeah, Disney kind of ruined everything for us. So
The biggest smack in the face for me, and I know we got to talk about scary, creepy boogers, stuff like that, but the crappiest thing for me was a slap in the face when I went to the theater and watched The Force Awakens.
yeah,
And they killed Han Solo. I was like,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
the three movies that Disney come out with. The first one they kill Han Solo. The second one they kill Luke Skywalker, and the third one Princess Leia dies. And it's like, okay, the
Wow.
best
I gave
three
up after
characters.
they killed Solo. I was like, I'm out. See you
Yeah,
guys later.
but yeah, it's been a wild day.
Yeah. I stopped watching after the trilogy, the original trilogy.
good for you. Good for you. It kind of went south from there.
I saw no thanks.
So, has anybody had any new experiences? Anything wise? Bigfoot, ghost, UFO, anything?
You just want to take a show over?
No.
I'm kidding, brother. I'm just
No.
kidding.
Adam, I don't know if you watched last week, the Beards and Boogers, but I had I don't know what the hell you would call it.
Sleep something we call it. What did we
Like
come
a
up with?
sleep-
Sleep
what do we call that? Sleep,
Paralysis?
a sleep paralysis
Paralysis.
situation.
sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
So I'll
Yeah.
describe it real quick because most people have heard, but I had was sleeping on my back. I felt a pressure on my right shoulder that moved over to my chest. It felt like two hands were pushing on my chest. And then after maybe 5 seconds, can't tell you what happened there, but it moved back. And as it went off, I reached across. I couldn't. Okay, so the more it goes, I couldn't move my arms when this all went down. As it started to relieve off my chest, I could pick up my left arm. I reached over and I grabbed fingers. What I felt were actual fingers. At that time, she said she was waking me up, that my breathing was off. It was
Right here. I wasn't touching.
yeah, she was
that
over
side.
this side, but
Yeah.
she was waking me up. My breathing was labored or stressed, and I had goosebumps, and I just felt the fingers leave my hands.
Mm.
It was trippy, but that's me. That's what happened. So it was the wildest thing I've ever felt.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I think
No,
When did that happen?
this was last Saturday.
And anything else since then?
Not yet. No, hope not.
Yeah.
That was just too weird. It was just literally
Yeah.
it was like somebody, like I could feel a hand. I couldn't tell you what time of the morning it was. We don't keep a clock anywhere visible because if I look at a clock, I'm wide awake the rest of the night. That's just how I am. But I felt that, and then I felt it move across. Then it felt like something was really putting pressure on my chest. And I couldn't move. I tried to say her name. I can remember it going, like, couldn't say anything. And then as the hand slid off, moved my left hand, reached over, grabbed fingers. She said at that point, she was waking me up and she saw me move my hand over. And obviously she couldn't see fingers. I didn't see fingers, but it felt like fingers. So
wow.
and that was the weirdest thing I'd ever felt. I can't ever explain that. But that's what it was.
Yeah.
Do you feel like your guys' house is haunted or anything?
This is a brand new house, although it was built on like a trailer park community.
Mhm.
So I don't know what happened here, but I wouldn't say it's haunted. I mean, even after that experience, I just think, I don't know. I don't know. I've lost my dad the past few years.
He did say that he dreamt he heard his dad scream his name earlier in overnight. He did hear that. I think it was separate. I don't think it was right back to back.
It's when I thought my dad yelled my name, I sat up real quick to look over at her to see if she heard it, and she said no. So that was even like, okay, wow, that must have been in my head. So that's the best I could go with, was I was dreaming it. But when the other incident happened a little bit later, that was, I still think about that when I lay down and I'm on my back because I'm a side sleeper. But when I lay down on my back, I'm like, am I going to feel something I don't want to feel right now? Anyway, no Bigfoot experiences, just that. So,
Well, that's scary enough right there.
Yeah.
it was for me, yeah. Because I'm not really afraid of anything, but when I can't see something, that's a whole different experience. That's, if it was a gray alien or a booger or dog man, I'll fight back. But when I can't see what I'm touching, that's kind of creepy.
Yeah. We've had 2 weird experiences ever since I've been on here and talked to you guys. One of them was a couple of days ago. Me and my wife was driving to the grocery store to, pick up groceries. And as we were driving, I looked up in the sky, and there was this big orange glow. It was like a ball of light. And I told my wife, I was like, "Do you see that right there?" And she said, "Yeah." And while we was driving, it was this big ball of orange light, and while we was watching it, it just disappeared into thin air. So I don't know if it was a UFO or what.
An orb.
Yeah, or whatever. Because it looked like it was really high up in the sky. And the next thing was actually, it happened tonight. My wife saw it. I didn't see it myself, but my wife did. The cat, what it was chasing.
Oh yeah.
That's
weird.
Can you?
No.
She's shy. So, she told me that she was in here cleaning with us, and she saw the cat run by, and she saw it was chasing some kind of shadow. Yeah, it was chasing some kind of shadow, and it went into my daughter's room.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
How big was the shadow?
How big was the shadow, honey? Is it like that?
Oh, okay.
No.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Did you get your daughter out of the room and then set it on fire, or what'd you do?
No, she's asleep right now. So if she wakes up screaming, I'll know that the boogeyman's in there.
That sounds very similar to what some of my friends have told me, where they've thought they've seen shadows in the house. Like they thought it was like their wife or somebody walking by, and they walked in the other room to say something to them, and no one else is home.
Yep.
That's always
crazy.
fun.
And see, at the old house we used to live in, my wife is a stay-at-home mom. She takes care of the house and everything while I work. And at our old house that we lived at, she used to hear what she would call, and I think I touched base with you guys on this before, she heard what was like called a mimic or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she knew that I was at work, and like she would be in the living room working on something or watching some TV or whatever, and she would hear my voice coming from the bathroom or something to call her name or something. And about that time I'd get a phone call at work, and she's like, "You'll never guess what I just heard." I'm like, "I don't know."
That is a big no.
Yeah, definitely.
What was at the old house?
Yeah.
What was the thing that you saw sleeping that night, and you woke me up?
So I was asleep on the couch, and my feet.
Can you guys hear her?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
My feet were at your head.
Uh-huh.
And you had kind of like cuddled up to my feet, and the cat, it's an L-shaped couch, so there's a corner. You were head first at my feet, and my head was towards the front door.
Mm-hmm.
There's an island bar in our kitchen that's directly across from where my head was. that's, across the living room. And I had kind of like woke up, rolled over, and you're kind of like half asleep, half in and out. And I'm like blinking, and I see something come around the kitchen island and rush towards me, but it was black and fuzzy, and it was maybe a foot tall, maybe. And I thought that it was our cat, because have you showed them the cat?
Go find her.
I'll find
Where
her.
she is. I have.
But
Is it a
anyway,
black-
she's
is it
very
a black-
black and fluffy. So I like went, honey, and like swatted my arm back, trying to wake you up. And when I swatted my arm back and hit the couch, that's when the cat's head raised up that was at my feet. So there was no way that what I had just seen was real. It freaked me out. It was weird. It was
It
weird.
would, yeah, definitely.
We'll find the cat wherever it is. It's like it's not. I'm not joking, guys. This cat is like 20 pounds, and it's just a big fat black cat.
Why does everybody say they have to look for their cat? Hey, let me go get my cat.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I wish you. Hey, she's right there on the stairwell.
Or is that a shadow?
I see two glowing eyes just glaring at me right now. Yeah, right there she is.
Jerry, ever been scared by your cats in the house?
No, just getting tripped up by them.
I will say
So-
that, cats will freak you out because they do all that cleaning themselves and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And there's like they're scratching their neck.
It's a big cat.
That is a big cat.
That is a big kitty.
I've got one that's 18 pounds.
Yeah,
Sammy's 18.
big cat. Here's like,
Are you sure that's not a Black Panther? Or
Are you a Black Panther?
Aw.
Are
our
you a
Black cat
Panther?
thinks she is. So,
Okay, she's not loving this at all. So.
so it definitely is a black cat. Never mind.
I'll never be a movie star like that.
No. So I wanna know about the Bigfoot movie. What is the basis of it? Like, what is the story on it?
What, the one that
The one that you're in.
no, it's a comedy horror. It's just tongue in cheek. It's filmed
Pretty
locally.
goofy.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty goofy, and Bigfoot going around killing people. It's like taking every single horror movie trope. The scantily clad females running around, and
Oh my God, stop.
Mary, were you one of the scantily clad females?
not this one.
Not this one. Yes.
I love you, Mary. That's awesome.
That was spring break.
Great answer.
Bigfoot.
Great answer.
So you're saying there's more movies?
There's more. We're gonna research now.
It was on Mary's. Never mind. I was going to say Mary's OnlyFans page, but we won't.
Oh Lord.
Poor
Yeah.
Mary.
My wife told me one time, she was like, "Man, everything is getting so expensive now." And I was like, "I know it." And she's like, "I'm just going to start selling your feet pics on OnlyFans." I'm like, "Nobody wants to see that, honey." And she's like, "You never know." And I was like,
Unfortunately, yeah.
People will pay money for that stuff, as weird as it is.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It shows you where society's gotten, man.
Yeah.
And so when she says stuff like that, I always do my best to gross her out when she says stuff like that. And I'm like, good. So I'm going to get athlete's foot and fungus on my foot and everything like that.
Sorry if I took it on a wrong turn, Jerry.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm just glad to get back in and talk to you guys for a few minutes.
Yeah.
And
Well,
see how
you're
everybody
here,
was
Adam.
doing.
Hiding out.
Yeah. Like I said, we've had so much stuff
All
we've
right.
had to do. I've barely even had time to make one YouTube video, and I'm like, and I've got like I've set up a Cryptid fan email, and I literally have like 16 or 17 emails from people that submitted their experiences, and I haven't
Awesome.
been able to do it yet, but I'm going to try to do one tomorrow morning and, get that out there by at least 12 o'clock in the afternoon. But no guarantee, it might be a little bit later. But yeah, no.
Man, it's Cryptid Fan 94, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And somehow I accidentally found him on one of those random Bigfoot forums.
Yeah. David, all three of them, they have been absolutely wonderful. The first stream that I did with them, all three of them was absolutely great about it. They was awesome. They was very welcoming. And I think the first stream that we had, we got off topic so much. I felt absolutely horrible about it because I was like,
That's just how it works here.
we're trying to be scary.
Now, wait a second. You're talking OLC. You're not talking Beards and Boogers, Jeff.
Yeah, that was OLC.
Quick question for you guys: do any of you use like natural medicine? Do you?
Yeah.
Like, for example, like mugwort or anything like that?
Yeah, I do.
My wife, she is actually a what do you call them? What is I call her the plant lady, but there's a name for it. She grows all of her own herbs, and she makes her salves and her muscle rubs.
Is her middle name Misty?
No.
Yeah.
Medicine woman?
But she's starting to get her business going on that and everything, and we will be giving out some samples. So I will be more than happy to get some of you guys' information and send some of that stuff out to you guys, and y'all try it out and y'all test it and tell me what y'all think.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I think it'd be
better natural. We're into the herb stuff because we don't want to do medicine or prescription stuff or anything like that anymore.
I always tell her, I'm like, yeah, honey, I'm into the natural stuff too. No, sure enough, they're Mary had acknowledged the mugwort, and I didn't know that how calm that stuff made you feel. Have any of you guys besides Mary tried mugwort?
Nope, but I'm willing.
I guarantee she can vouch for me by saying this. If you put that in a tea or whatever you do with that, if you guys are having like a stressed out day and your anxiety's to the limit and everything, which mine is 24/7, but it will really help you relax and chill out.
What's it called?
Mugwort.
I've heard of it for sure.
Yeah. And
you need a whole garden of it, Jeff.
Probably.
Show you right out, man.
Yep. Calm you down.
Yes. Yeah, you need to get with Rebecca and Misty for sure.
Yeah.
I found you two new friends.
Yay!
There is two women named Rebecca and Misty that do the stuff like that as well.
Sweet.
They do.
One's in Alabama and the other one's in
East Tennessee.
East Tennessee. Yeah.
One's in Alabama and one's in East Tennessee.
Sweet. I got friends all over now.
Where are you guys at?
Well, we used to live in North Carolina. We live in Virginia now.
Oh, okay.
Not far from Spencer and Billy Schilling, I don't think. Actually,
Oh, I'll be
Billy
down your way in a couple of weeks then.
We need to meet up then.
Yeah, I'll be in Chatham.
You'll have to come eat with me at the place. It's called the Copper Pot.
Yeah.
And
I'll be filming almost 24/7 the whole time I'm there.
Good home stars.
And
only time I get away is shower and sleep and eat. That's it.
you remember the store that I showed you in the picture chat? All
Yeah.
of you?
Yeah.
You can also come there.
I don't think Jerry frequents those kind of establishments.
We'll be riding down the road and he'll be like,
He might wish he had some of that after he gets done that job.
"Yeah,
ain't bad.
you're coming down for a job."
Oh, he's
Filming
tractor pull.
Oh, okay.
indoor tractor pull in Chatham, Virginia.
Nice.
Yep.
So what is the stream about tonight? Like, is there
Anything.
anything?
Beers,
Okay,
beers,
cool.
beers and boogers. Beers and boogers is open platform. We just
Beards and
Killing
buggers.
Line's where we get serious. Well, for the most part.
Oh, I think she's going to get something to show you guys. I'm not sure.
Awesome.
Cool.
Okay.
What are you looking for? I don't know.
Adam, somebody wants to know what's your wife's name.
Haley.
yes.
Haley. Catherine, it's Haley.
Oh, are we live right now?
Of course we are.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I don't even have the YouTube pulled up. I just, like I said, I just got this new computer, so
Yeah, we're live. We've been live
My
since a
bad.
little after 9.
man, I feel like an ass now.
No, you're good,
Great.
bro. You're good.
You've been great, man.
Cryptid related.
Oh, there we go.
It's cute.
Oh,
It's going up here, so
That was cool.
you have a little log fire. There you go.
Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. I didn't even have the comments or anything pulled up. We've been live the whole time, and I've just been spewing random stuff. I feel like such a butt now.
No, dude, you're good.
Yeah, you're good, man.
It's all good.
Whoops.
At least you don't get out of your chair every 5 minutes and walk away like some people.
Oh man.
Oh, what?
Jeffrey.
Oh my gosh.
The candle
Oh, yeah,
burned
you're
out
good.
long before the
Oh,
bacon
my.
came.
Getting in the wind.
Yeah.
Somewhere one of his neighbors are seeing some bacons fly by.
Oh,
as
Yes.
long as we're not hearing any liquid being.
Yes.
Was that your show, Mary?
Yes,
Okay.
that was mine. Yep. Live.
That's awesome.
Oh, good Lord. I just pulled up the chat. So if you guys are still in here, hello, Catherine McSwain. Hello, Art. Hello. Somebody said chloroform. Gnarly.
Chloroform.
Yeah. What's your wife's name, Adam? Haley. She's really cool. The best wife on the planet, and I love her so much.
Easy, easy. Mine's the best wife. Thank you.
Adam is so serious. No. No. I'm not. In school, when the principal would come in and there was like a really serious, like somebody blessing you out or something, and you're just like, you just
Do not
laughed
look
about it.
at 'em if someone's yelling.
Art said, "I love Adam."
Thanks, Art.
That's sweet. David.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Yeah,
Sorry.
get David. Hey, Adam, get David to talk tonight. That'd be cool.
Okay, David.
Love you,
Yes,
David.
sir. Hey, I've been talking.
David,
You talk.
tell me something.
Okay, I'm here. What's up, Adam?
Tell me something.
Serious.
Tell him what you heard. Tell him your
Yeah, dude, you always got the cool stories about the experiences as well about you biking and everything. I want to hear some experiences.
About hiking, you said?
Biking, when you're biking and you're walking and everything.
Biting.
I don't have no stories. I'm kidding. So last night, I'll just tell you what, because you missed kind of the beginning of the show. Me and my sister, she was getting ready to leave last night, and it was like, I just walked out and did a call, just like a yell call. And it's like immediately we heard what, like a tailing off kind of sound, like a howl. And then, so we're like, oh, okay. So we stood there for a minute. And then I did another one, and it was like immediately again, like this, like kind of like a wolf howl. kind of like that. Oh, or it kind of does like a two-tone. But it was kind of fast. It didn't do like a long drawn out howl. It was kind of fast. But we both just kind of stopped and looked over there and like, well, that was something. And it was dead after that. So we didn't have time to record anything, or, you know, it was just like my sister was leaving. And so we're staying outside.
That's pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, the first one that you heard,
Box door.
what did the first one sound like?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Mary.
Oh, yeah. Dave, what did the first call sound like?
Like it was like the end of a howl, like that dropping down period, just that last little bit of drop down.
Oh, okay.
And then the second one was kind of like the whole thing, but it was kind of a fast howl.
That's pretty cool. It
Yeah.
very well could have been.
Absolutely.
You think kind of far off, you think, or
I think because my driveway is a quarter mile long to the pavement, and then it's probably about a quarter mile down the pavement, but it's so it's like a,
yeah,
you know,
no,
like that. So I would say it was about a quarter mile away ish.
okay.
Yep. Which we call it the holler. We're kind of on a little ridge, and there's a bigger ridge behind me, but the holler's kind of like a swampy area, and it's kind of some low country between us and the road over there. And we hear a lot of sounds coming from over there. We have neighbors. So the old lady that owns this property, we have like a life estate, so we can live here rent free until we die on this property.
Nice.
Or we leave, then that voids the written contract we have. But she's only like 75 yards from us. She kind of stays to herself, and then the nearest other neighbor is about 250 yards up our driveway, and then there's a house right before the pavement. So, but this whole backside of us is nothing but miles and miles of rainforest. So we're kind of have neighbors on two sides, and the other two sides are just nothing.
David, have
We've
you
had a lot over the 20 years we've been here. We've had a lot of stuff. There's like, whistles and knocks, and
do you have any trail cameras, David?
I do. Yeah, I have like 8 of them.
Okay.
And I have them up almost year round, and I get a lot of bears. I get a lot of bear and deer and elk and bobcats and stuff, but I've never got anything funny.
Bears.
Definitely.
But I found some giant feces, like huge, like giant, bigger than a Coke can, around and as long as a Coke can each one. And I sent to Mary's channel. She had posted something about the handprints on your camper trailer. Is that what that was, Mary?
Yeah.
Or your vehicle?
Yeah, on the vehicle, and the elderly couple, they have a camping trailer there that the handprints and nose print were on the video.
And the width of your handprints was almost identical to that claw scratch marks on that tree that I sent you. It was almost identical width, like 7.5 inches wide or something like that.
Yeah, that handprint on that tree was crazy.
Yeah, it was a big one. And it, like I said, it was, for me to measure the width, I had to stand up tall and reach my hands all the way up. It was like 7 foot off the ground. I'm not saying it couldn't have been a bear, with a big claw mark spread on it, but a big one.
Be right back.
Okay.
Boy, both Jerry and Jeff would be gone.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're by ourselves. Ooh, we can get
We're
off.
unsupervised. Unsupervised youngins.
Oh man.
So Mary, if you don't mind me asking you, what was the most scariest experience that you had cryptid wise that you cannot like physically explain how it came to be?
Scariest?
Yeah, like
It's honestly hard to choose.
like the one that was like, if you was in a certain area or something, you're like, okay, this just happened. I saw it happen. I'm never coming back to this place again.
I'd go back everywhere. It doesn't matter how scary it is.
Same here.
So you guys are a lot braver than I am. I see something like that, and I'm like, all right, no.
I don't know. I've been hit with infrasound where the one time where it just put me. I just felt total terror when usually I get sick or a migraine or upset stomach or something like that, or dizzy whenever I get hit. But this time it was just I was just absolutely terrified, and for no reason. I was just walking down a path in the woods, and so I just started snapping photos and just backed off away from there. But later on, after studying the photos, I found a tiny little figure in a tree, in the fork of a tree, that possibly could have been a baby Bigfoot.
Did you feel like that you was overstepping your
Yeah.
boundary when you was there? Did it feel like they was giving you a warning to, hey, you need to back off, like you don't need to be right here?
Yeah, whenever I saw that figure, then I figured, okay, that's why they're scaring me off, because I was getting too close to the babies. So, and that's understandable.
I got you. Have you ever experienced something cryptid wise that wasn't Sasquatch related?
Yeah, I've had some ghost experiences and possible UFOs.
Okay.
All kinds of fun stuff.
I had a weird experience, and I don't think I shared it with Jerry, David, or Jeff. It was the night, the experience we had that night that we thought it may have been a skinwalker or Wendigo.
Mhm.
The one where we was laying in bed and we heard the clawing.
Mhm.
And do you wanna tell the story?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. So we was laying in bed one night, and my wife said that I was dead to the world, just asleep. And this is when we lived at our old house, and there was woods behind it. And she said on the back porch, we had an old wooden back porch. She said she heard what sounded like on the door, just something just clawing away at it. And when she heard that, it scared her. No, what was it, honey?
It wasn't like a claw. It was like, it sounded like claws. Like,
Okay, so there you go. It was claws, like something was trying to beat the door in, trying to get in.
Wow.
And she woke me up, and she's like, honey, wake up. There's somebody trying to break in. There's somebody trying to break in. And I wasn't close enough to my firearm at the time, so I had a bat that was next to my bed. So the first thing I did is I grabbed it and I started walking up, and I opened up the door and I just started screaming, hey, 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 and, and she laughs about it because she's like, once you started just screaming and using your dad voice and everything like that, it was just going to be like, they're going to bolt. But when I went out,
what are you going to do? Shake his hand. Hey, hey, hey.
But when I walked outside, it was pouring down rain. Like, I'm talking just absolutely pouring down rain. And I turned around and I look back at my wife, and she's like, well, go around the house and check and make sure there's nothing out there. And I'm like, with a bat? like if this thing's gonna eat me, at least let me get my gun or something so I have a chance.
And it's not only raining, it is like monsooning at 11 o'clock at night, like thunder and lightning, and I haven't gone outside with an aluminum bat to search around for these people.
And when when I went outside and I walked around the whole property line, like looked everywhere.
I
didn't
got
see.
scared.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. I didn't see any footprints, so that kind of freaked me out because number one, something was on that back porch, just bang, bang, bang with its claws. Obviously, it's not a cat, and where I lived at the time, it couldn't have been a bear because the area that we lived in, there was rarely ever did you see bears or anything like that. And when I got back up on the porch and I was getting ready to walk back in the back door, I felt like this. I really don't know how to explain it. It was more or less like a icy cold sensation. That was just like one of those sensations, like if you're outside by yourself and you feel something that just hits you and you're just like, holy shit, I need to get away from this place. It hit me. I turn around and I look, and I swear to you guys, I can see something standing there. It was just like a silhouette just standing there. And but that's the thing. It wasn't very tall or nothing like that. It just looked like a black silhouette. And I know obviously it couldn't have been a human or anything like that because the way that it was shaped, it wasn't like Jerry or Mary or any of you guys just standing there just like looking. The shape, it was abnormal. So that was me looking at that and just saying, all right, I'm going back inside. And I went back inside, locked the door, shut the door and everything. So I don't know what it was, but hearing what sounded like it was claws, like it was trying to beat the door down. It wasn't just like a little tap or anything like that. It sounded like something just boom, 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 trying to get in.
Wow.
Being a silhouette and everything, how tall do you think it was? You know, height, width, just.
It wasn't. I wouldn't say that it was taller than 6-7 foot. No, I know it wasn't no gigantic
Right.
silhouette or anything, but I know it wasn't human at the same time because how abnormal it was. It didn't look like the experience that me and my brother had with when we saw Bigfoot. It didn't look like that. Like I said, it was abnormal looking.
That's interesting.
I don't know.
Was there a storm door on there or just a regular door?
It was a wooden door and then there was a glass door in front of it. So, and that's what the doom, doom, doom. And I'm guessing that the wind must have blown the glass door open. So,
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, if you think it may have been the wind blowing the storm door.
Do you think that it could have been the wind blowing the storm door open, or do you think that it was something? Do you think that it was the wind blowing the storm door open that you heard, or
No, because the storm door was latched when you opened the door.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So it was open.
What?
Was the storm door open, or was
No,
it?
It
Oh,
was
okay.
latched.
My mistake. So it was latched. I'm not sure.
Storm door wasn't open.
Okay, storm door wasn't open.
It sounded like the way the storm door was is like I don't understand how it could have done that. I really don't. I don't know what that was. It
Okay.
was scary.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure either.
It was
But-
creepy. It's
but
scary.
she-
I mean, I was half asleep and it terrified me. Like it shocked me awake. My body electrocuted awake. That's how loud it was.
Okay. Was you guys able to hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. No. Somebody's calling.
What the hell? Why are we all grouped calling each other?
That's me on accident.
We're all bzz, bzz, bzz.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Cat's doppelganger.
Surprised we're already together here.
I know.
Somebody said, Adam, it was Chad. I don't. Who's Chad?
It was Chad. That's Chad. He was lurking
Probably.
outside.
It probably was him. He's like, "Come give me your Star Wars stuff." No, but I don't know. She said that the storm door wasn't open, so I don't know if it could have been the wind blowing it or if it was. She said that it was really loud, sounded like claws, boom, boom, boom. So,
Yeah.
but
How about, did it have a door closer on it and a wind guard chain? You know, a chain that only allows it to open so far.
yeah, it has a. I remember it did have a wind guard chain. Like if it was to,
Wind gets hold of it, it won't blow it. You know,
yeah.
it only opens so far.
And the area, honey, she got her headphones on right now. She can't hear nothing.
Huh?
Oh.
What?
Tell them about the land around where we used to live, about
Oh,
your relatives.
okay. So when I'll take my headphones off. So when I was a kid, the story was passed down through my mom and my mom's family. We are estranged now. We haven't talked in several years, for good reasons. But it was passed down when I was a kid that my great grandparents owned like 300 acres between 601 and Old 601. It was like a very large stretch of land. And then it got divided up because they had like 10 kids.
Yep.
And it got divided up and sectioned out. But there was a story that when they were dividing the land and sectioning it out, that there was this one part of the mountain they wanted to build the cell phone tower at. And you can go back and look in Mount Airy's history at the trouble that they had with this one cell phone tower in between Mount Airy and Dobson. And so they were having issues with the trucks. When they would go up there, they were working fine, but they would get up there and they're just building the structure at this point, and the trucks would not work. They would drive up there, they would be working, they would be in view of the trucks all day, because around those radio towers it's just gravel and a chain link fence. So they would park their trucks in the chain link fence, and they would turn around and go to their trucks in the afternoon, and the trucks wouldn't start. They wouldn't do anything. The equipment that they would bring up, unless it was running when it came in, it wouldn't run when it got on top. So the story is that on the mountain, there was this cabin and 3 witches lived there. It was part of my grandparents' family. It was a dark-haired, a blonde head, and like sandy blonde. So it was like a mix between the two. And it's the story of the 3 sisters. But what happens was the witches lived in this cabin in the woods on Turner Mountain, which is a little ways from Dobson, especially way back then. So they would take 1 trip a month to go into town. The 2 sisters wanted to go into town this day, but the older sister said, no, let's not go. They ended up going, and the 2 sisters got killed. And when the 2 sisters were being killed, they disclosed where they had come from, which was the cabin in the woods. So all these people started coming to the cabin trying to find the 3rd sister, and they were getting missing. They were never found. Bodies were never recovered. All this crazy stuff. And when they did finally catch the witch and burn her, she cursed the land. And so anybody that wasn't our blood couldn't build anything on the land, or would have a very hard time building on the land. So when they put that radio tower in, they had issues building. It took them, the project was estimated like 5 years, and it took them 17 years to build. And you can look it up. It's Turner Mountain. It's in the history, in the Mount Airy and Dobson history.
You can look that up in the Mount Airy history. It's called Turner Mountain, and it will tell about that.
I've heard of all those areas. I have family in Ennis, North Carolina.
He had family in Ennis, North Carolina.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know where Ennis is.
But
I grew up in Sparta.
I remember when I remember when me and my wife first met. She had told me about that, and at the time she was doing crafts and everything like that, and doing the whole sage and everything, and I'd never been introduced to that because I always looked at it as and she educated me on a lot of that, and I was like, okay, some of it I understand, and some of it I was kind of like, I need you to go in more depth and educate me about this, because from what you're telling me and from what I've read and did research on it, the difference is night and day. And then she told me the story about was your aunt when they was playing
Oh yeah.
with a Ouija board.
Nope.
And would you
nope.
like to share that with them?
No.
Would you guys like for her to get on here and share some of her
Yes.
experiences?
Yeah, come on.
They're
Yes.
asking you.
I can't hear them.
Well, come here.
No,
Come here. Come here.
no.
Come here.
We don't bite.
I'm going to turn this over to her and let her tell you guys her experiences. So this is my beautiful wife, Haley. Say everybody, and
Hi, Haley.
everybody in chat. But,
Cool.
so here you go. While she does
Hi,
that,
guys.
I'm going to go get a drink.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Awesome. So, did y'all want to hear the story of my aunt?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, when I was about 12 or 13, I started staying with my mom a lot. I come from like a 2-parent household / grandparent household. So, if you've lived with your grandparents, you know what you know. But so I started staying with her, and she started telling me that about like our family's history with witchcraft and stuff like that. And she said that her and her 2 sisters were going to channel something through a Ouija board. They were going to do a salt circle, so I was going to be completely safe. They did their own, I did my own. Right? I know. I know. We in the ghetto. I know. So they do the salt circle, and as they're talking in this Ouija board and stuff, my one aunt is not bright, and she started taunting, which you're not supposed to do. And the one aunt was trying to say goodbye. And when she was trying to move it, I guess it got angry because it was going all over the place. And I don't know if it was they were messing with it or not, but it freaked me out. And so she was trying to say goodbye. Everybody's kind of yelling and freaking out. I'm sitting on the couch like, like, what do I do? I don't know what to, I don't move. So the next thing I know, my aunt is trying to move it to goodbye. And it's a kitchen wooden chair. And old trailers back in like the 80s, they had the main bedroom behind the kitchen. The fridge was right next to the bedroom door. And then your dining table set in the middle of your kitchen because it's a trailer. Who cares? So she was sitting in the dining chair right in front of the refrigerator. And, it's a good 10, like for me, for the fireplace. Okay. She goes to go like this, and the chair tips back. Her feet are off the ground. I watched this happen with my own eyes. Her feet and chair go bloop, and she slides and smacks into the refrigerator so hard the chair left a dent in the refrigerator.
Good Lord.
Oh, my.
Scared me so bad. I said, nope, I'm out. And I left. I left the house. I got out of the house. I said, I'm not going back in there. Don't care. I'm going to my other aunt's house. I'm not sleeping here. And I didn't sleep here for like 2 months. It's really freaky.
It is.
That would. Oh my.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a lot. But yeah.
Was
This
that
is
the
why
last
we
time
don't do
you
Ouija
fiddled
boards.
around with that?
Hmm?
Was that the last time you fiddled around with the Ouija board?
Yeah. Yeah. After that, I was like, after I seen that, in my head, I knew don't need to mess with any of that. I just need to focus on protection, protecting mine, guarding mine, and that's all I do now. Because anything past that, that's above my pay grade. I don't need to mess with any of that.
Mhm.
That's for some other higher power to deal with, not me.
That's right.
Be smart.
This is why we don't have Ouija boards.
Exactly. Don't
Yeah.
buy them. I seen one at Goodwill for $20 the other day. I was like, yeah, here, $20 and I can take your soul. There you go.
Yeah, no.
Flight in the background.
There's probably a reason why it's there for $20.
Exactly. And the box was open and everything. And I started to like open the box and then my body went, nope, don't touch it.
One time,
Nope.
Ouija board one time for me was enough. Nope.
What happened?
Nothing. We were goofing around that thing, and when that thing took off and started moving, I'm like, whoa.
You were like, nope, I'm out.
This crap. Okay, I figured it's a board game. I wasn't really versed at that time about what it was.
Right.
Mhm.
You know, I had kind of an idea, but when this thing I was like, no thanks.
And didn't
Never-
they
never-
market
never
it
been
towards
around one
kids
again.
back then?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
They knew what they were doing.
Mhm.
I mean, look at the world right now. Look at what
Evil
we're
elite
going
of
through.
Hollywood.
Right? Huh.
The evil elite of Hollywood.
Exactly. Exactly. He hadn't even been listening, but he knows.
I'll just say this: this isn't the time. But if we ever want to talk about
That
Illuminati and all that, shit, I'm there.
you want your headphones
We won't
back?
do that, Jerry.
They probably won't
Chad,
talk to you.
Chad's
They
our
won't talk to you.
conspiracy theorist.
All right, I'm going to pass it back to Adam. Thank you guys. It was fun.
Thanks, Haley.
I'll see you guys
Thank you.
later.
Yeah.
Thank you, Haley.
Jump in again another time.
I'm sorry.
She's a lot
Yeah.
cooler than I am.
I'm not.
I'm not the cool one. She's the cool one.
I ran over the
He's the cool
cat.
one.
You ran over the cat?
I just did. I'm right
Whoops.
there's their fur.
That'd be all right. So, anyways, yeah, that was my wonderful, beautiful wife. She's really cool. Oh my lord!
Yeah, I'm yawning.
When are
Oh, we're waiting. Don't worry. I got the trigger on the full screen here, waiting on you, Jeff. Watch, I can make everybody laugh. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Poor
there.
Chad.
Hey there, big fella.
Thanks, good.
Got some pretty lips, boy.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my god, that reminds me of the delivery.
Okay.
That's a whole nother level.
Yeah,
That's where it comes. That's yeah.
ain't got no
Anyway.
gas.
Yeah.
Hey, a lot of people said hello.
Hi.
Um,
Hi, everybody.
people in chat, she said hello.
Yeah.
Haley, can you make
We can
Adam
hear it.
take flight in the background? No, I'm too fat. Sorry.
That's above my pay grade.
Leanne said she is pretty cool.
Oh, thanks.
She said thank you. Catherine said good to meet Haley.
Hi, Catherine.
Prospecting USA said I think we all have or known someone who has messed with the board.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? Because you guys heard her experience about it. Has any of you messed with a Ouija board?
Oh yeah, I have, but never. I was probably too drunk at the time to realize anything. But it was like, hey, let's get the Ouija board out. It's like a party thing. Let's do it. But I've never been that open-minded until the past few years.
Yeah.
So I've heard so many things about Ouija boards. I've heard most of it is like demonic, and I'm not about that. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Just
But
stay away from it. That's all. The
yeah.
simple
Yeah.
solution is stay away from them.
Do
Yeah.
any of you guys have a Ouija board experience?
Just
My
just
dad,
what
I told my dad before us kids were born. Well, my older brother and sister might have been born. My dad, because they were toys for kids, and my dad tried one, and it told him when when and how he was going to die. And my dad got rid of it right then. And he lived past that point when it told him he was going to die. But yeah, he was like, nope, that's it. Eggs and bacon.
Wakey, eggs and bacon. I could really use some eggs and bacon right now. That would be very
hell
nice.
yeah.
Well,
It
this egg's not far out of bed at night. Oh.
Stick around, folks. It gets better.
Sorry.
I hope you all are strapped in for a amazing
I
stream.
gotta
Look
get,
at that
I
right
gotta
there.
get practiced up. I got to get practiced up on the button here. But anyway,
We love you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Mary, you don't have any Ouija board stories or not heard
Nope.
anything? You were
She-
smart
she-
enough to stay away from them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's smart enough to stay away from him. She's like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Friends of mine would play with them, at parties or something, but no, I sat back, not interested in it.
Like I said, I was done with it as soon as that piece moved. I said, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
I walked out of the room. Yep. No, thank you. I don't know how that piece moved. I don't even remember who was doing the talking or what the question was, but it moved. I seen it and felt it moved. I left. I said, nope. Have a good day. Walked out.
I could never bring myself to do it. My brother, he talks about it all the time. The one that I shared with you guys, the experience he had around his house. And he's like, yeah, let's get a Ouija board. Let's mess with it. I really want to mess with it and everything. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, no, dude. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, why do you want to do that? And he's like, I don't think it's real. And I'm like, yeah, just like the stuff that you saw outside, I mean, like, whatever. Like, you're already having that stuff happen around your house and you're trying to open yourself up more to that. It's
Right.
like, no.
Mm-mm.
Like, no.
Don't invite it.
Yeah, don't invite it in.
Wendell,
Yeah.
where was that? Where was the home at, Wendell? If it's down in Georgia or wherever you're at, then yeah, that's interesting.
So, one of the things I read recently was like, never put a welcome mat in front of your house that says welcome or come inside or whatever, because you're actually inviting something in without inviting them in. And your voice isn't telling them to come in. The old thing was with vampires. If you believe in that, you never invite, a vampire in. But what about having a floor mat outside your door that says welcome, come on in? You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I never
never heard that.
There's a lot of like a horseshoe. If you hang it up in your house through a doorway, a horseshoe.
Mhm.
I think it's something about if you invert it the other way,
Yes.
it means something.
You gotta
Yeah.
have it up, not down.
Yeah, it's like holding good luck if it's up, or bad luck or something if it's down, or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, all the good luck runs out if you have it upside down.
Yeah. I'm not necessarily what's it called when you believe in stuff like that.
Conspiracy theories?
No.
No, it's
Oh,
superstitious, but
Superstitious.
Yeah.
That I'm not necessarily that. I don't meddle with nothing, but I'm not necessarily superstitious either.
I'm with you too, but I also wonder if what if?
yeah, right.
It's
That's true.
we're to that point in life where like all the crazy crap that's going on around us, like even if you look at it biblically, there's a lot of stuff going on right now that
True.
So what if?
Yeah.
There is one thing that I would really like to say about what he just said about biblically is regardless of what any of you believe, I'm a very strong man in faith. That's very faithful to God. I'm glad that he just brought that up, because if you see all the stuff that's going on today and you open up the book of Revelation, it is literally playing out right in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you look at it every day, and I know that California or Hollywood's going to hunt me down and shoot me or whatever for this, but all of those wildfires that happened, and I know that I know. Okay, before we even get started, I'm not trying to get your channel marked or anything like this, but isn't it strange that all of the wicked things that goes on in Hollywood, certain areas of where these celebrities are at, everything got destroyed?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been talk about this stuff. Yeah.
And if you look at it as that is, it says in the Bible that our God is a forgiving God, but he is a very vengeful God. Just like it says when we stand before Christ at the end of our lives, and when we are in front of the throne of judgment, is if you did not accept him as your Savior, he's going to turn his back on you like he never knew you. And I'm not trying to turn this into a Bible lesson or whatever, but I think it's way too coincidental for those two things not to play hand in hand. It's because close about 3 or 4 hours from where I live, you guys probably heard about all the Asheville, North Carolina, that got destroyed and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, being someone that lives a little bit close to it, I've been down to Asheville plenty of times. There is a lot of wickedness that takes place down there. And I believe that this is God showing us, listen, you need to get right. You need to start falling in line, because if you don't, these things are going to happen. California was a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
Just like it says in the Bible, he led his followers out of Sodom and Gomorrah. And he told his wife to not look back at the town. And she disobeyed God. And when she turned around, she was turned into a pillar of stone.
Yeah.
These are the things right here that showing that, it doesn't matter what we think. It doesn't matter how we believe things are going to play out. If you just open up the book and you read it, it's literally right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to turn this into a preaching lesson or anything like that. But I don't know. It's just some food for thought. But
Well, being a guy that was always on the outside, not religious, in the past few years, I've kind of opened my mind. I knew Revelations, and I'm going to be honest, I knew Revelations from a lot of metal music I used to listen to.
yeah, Iron Maiden, dude.
That's right.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
My favorite band.
I checked a lot of it out, and in the past few years, I've said to people, I've seen a lot of things that have to do with what's going on right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't want any of this to go on. I want us to all live together happily and peacefully, but that's not mankind. That's not how we are. We are a violent race of creatures, and I don't want to. This is you're getting in my talk now, Adam. My conspiracy theory stuff. I see a lot of bad things going on right now that don't need to be going on, but I think this is where I believe in good and evil. And evil was trying to do their thing for a while, but I think hopefully.
Well, Chad, you just brought up a great point, is the whole good and evil thing. What do you think, and you picked up on this as well, is every time that we have a movie comes out, for example, Star Wars, Star Trek, Gladiator, or anything like that, what is the basis of the story? Good versus evil.
Correct.
good always triumphs evil in the end. And I look at it as what are they basing that off of? Not the sci-fi elements, but the main part of the story, good versus evil.
I'll agree, Adam, but I will also say as well, how many movies from the past, sci-fi, whatever, doesn't matter, are coming true?
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
Things that we've watched that are now like, oh my gosh, look, I saw a movie about this exact same thing.
You brought up a great point.
How can a director make a movie that's now, it's 20 years old, now becoming true? 1984 is a great movie.
Yep.
If you've read the book,
yep,
everything that 1984 talks about is coming true now. And that's what really baffles me. And when I hear people, friends of mine that are devout Christians, and I'm like, again, I'm new to all this. I was never a religious person. And I start reading these things and Revelations, and it's like, wow, this is pretty crazy stuff.
Yep.
Why wouldn't you want to at least ask questions?
Well,
and know why it's happening.
It's kind of like one of the questions I have as well too is, if you look at the King James Bible, if you look at the New International Bible, if you look at any of these, why did they cut out the 11 chapters, including the Book of Enoch? The Book of Enoch talks about giants and Nephilims that walk this earth, or however you say it, Nephilims, Nephilims.
Well, whatever you want, it doesn't matter. Whatever.
And me and my wife are very devout Christians, and we talk about this. Is God wrote this scripture, and the Bible is God's scripture, right? His teachings. Why did King James and all these guys decide to take that out? When God has put this in front of us that, okay, there has been giants that's walked the earth. There has been things, and it does say in the Bible that there's things on this planet that man cannot comprehend and will never comprehend. And I think another thing, kind of on the same subject of that, is one of the things that's scaring the absolute daylights out of me is how quick AI is advancing.
Well, somebody posted in here the Terminator, which was when I watched the first one, it was, oh, look, a movie. Yep. When I got to the third Terminator and the Skynet and wiping out, I was like, we need to get out of AI. That was a big deal to me. That was like,
I literally watched the first Terminator last night, and one of the things that still to this day sends chills down my spine about that movie is the flashback scenes of the future wars. Is because if you look at this, we're doing it right now. We're giving AI full control of all of these things that should not be controlled by AI. AI is getting smarter. AI is learning us. AI is going to end up looking at us as a threat to the world. Humans as a threat to the world. But also at the same time, haven't we always been a threat to this world?
Yeah.
Haven't we always destroyed nature? Haven't we always had these wars? Ever since man has been around, there's always been a war. It says it in the Bible. It says it in the Bible that there will be wars, there will be rumors of war, and there need be. That's one of the questions that I have is, when we all go upstairs one day, I would love to know the answer to that.
Adam, I'll tell you what. You and I need to have a chat about this, because I think you and I are in the same. I don't want to do it on Jerry's thing here.
Yeah.
I think we need to have a chat because you and I seem to be in the same.
I think quite a few of us.
Yeah, I think so.
Like hands down, I will say this. I'm a firm believer in God. I have accepted Christ as my Savior. I want to know why people like King James and whoever wrote the New International Bible and all these people, why did they take out some of God's words? That's what I want to know. It's why did they do that?
They say that they removed them or didn't include the non-canonical books because it was either repeating what another book said or else it wasn't something that they could trust the source of. That's what I've read.
Yeah, but and Mary, you just brought up a really good point of what you said, that they can't trust. So the people that are saying these things, do they not trust God's word?
Yeah.
Since God made this to be scripture,
Yeah.
why did they take it out? Are they afraid that humans are not able to comprehend that? Yeah, there was giants that walked the earth. Yeah.
That's been proven.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, is that it's been proven that there is giants. They found skeletons of these things. If you look at some of these old structures, people say that, this is an amazing structure. It's not a structure, it's steps walking up to things. If you look at stuff in the Middle East, these things walked the earth. So, and I kind of went on a rant about it a couple of streams back about, people being so quick to be like, oh, Bigfoot's not real. Aliens is not real. All these things are not real. But I believe in God. So you contradicted yourself when you just said that. Is you're saying that these things don't exist, but you're saying that you believe in God.
Well, I will say also that history is written by the winners. History is written by the conquerors of whatever.
Yeah.
We're told to believe what the victors tell us.
Mm-hmm.
The people that have conquered other people. When somebody defeats another person, they can change the history of what those people believed in.
For sure.
And that's, I think, where we're at in life is we don't know what has existed and what hasn't throughout time.
And
I'm not talking about the Bible.
Yeah.
I can't talk on that. I don't know enough about it, but
I would really love for me and you to have a one-on-one chat, Chad, about, and I would love to show you more of the Bible and show you more of Christ's teachings. Jesus was an absolutely wonderful.
Just prepare for a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I have something to add to this that you may find of interest. On February 19, on my podcast, I'm having a Bible teacher come on to speak about the Nephilim and so on.
Awesome.
Can I be invited to it, please?
Oh, absolutely. It's on the Monkey Wench podcast.
Is that on YouTube?
Yeah.
All right.
Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project channel.
I'm getting ready to follow your page right now. Pennsylvania Bigfoot.
All I can say is I ask a lot of questions.
That's fine. That's.
I want to know everybody's side of it. Whether it's, to be honest, I'm going to say pro God, not devil, but just pro God, anti people that think differently. I want to know every aspect. I'm not going to say I'm scientific. I just want to know the truth, or open my mind to it all. I guess what I should say.
Yeah. And another thing, kind of to go back on the whole AI thing, is in the Terminator movies. Obviously, all of us have seen them. AI got so advanced that they was able to launch nuclear bombs.
Right.
From all over the place. Isn't it kind of strange that all of us, we wake up every day, we can pull up this little cellular device that is basically a mini computer, and you can just scroll, and you scroll, and you scroll, and you scroll, and you scroll. 9 times out of 10, do you see anything positive? I mean, you see some things positive once in a while, but when you pick it up and you start scrolling, like, for example, Facebook, or one of the things that I despise the most, the news.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is okay. Russia threatens the United States with nuclear war, or United States threatens Russia with nuclear war, or Kim Jong-un's going to blow up Saudi Arabia or something like that, is, they program all of us. They program all of us to pick up our phones, see that headline, and it's like, oh, I got to see what this says. And the sad thing about it is, if you're not open-minded and you are not a free thinker for yourself, you fall into that category of sheep. You click on it and you're like, oh, okay, so this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. Then you freak yourself out. And it's like, okay, now I'm going to be an absolute mess. I'm going to have constant panic and anxiety attack because I don't even know if we're going to be here tomorrow.
Right.
It's fear mongering. That's exactly what it is. Now, am I saying that people shouldn't be well qualified in being able to survive off the land? Absolutely not. I think everybody should know how to survive off the land. I think everybody should know how to collect rainwater. I think everybody should know how to grow a garden. I think these things need to be taught in public education instead of, well, I better not say that because I don't want to get Jerry's YouTube channel banned. But
he's already checked out.
Oh no, I've got a stop button over here. It's no problem.
But some of the things that they're bringing into teaching 5 and 6-year-olds, I dare say, today, that they don't even need to hear about until they're older. Instead of showing them stuff like that, show them the beautiful nature of the earth. Show them it's okay to go out in the woods. In this day of age, make sure that your parents are with you and everything, but to be able to get out and just sit in the woods or sit in nature and just take in what God's creation.
And Adam, I'll say to that, why do you think they created the cell phone? It's to take you away. It's to get your mind off of that stuff. Mary, Jerry, and I, and David's close. We grew up in an era when you were innocent. You grew up playing in a playground. There was no cell phone. You enjoyed life. You went out with your friends. You hung out with your friends. And now it's, kids staying at home playing on the video games, or, I play video games too, but that's not my thing. But TV, all these other things have taken people's minds off of what life should be, enjoying and everything. And that's what scares me, especially with AI. I mean, kids play Grand Theft Auto, all these video games that I still played. I loved Grand Theft Auto, but I was a realist.
Yeah.
It was not like, oh God, I want to shoot somebody in that,
Right. Yep.
It's just a different time period now. And
like you said, all of you guys was born in an era. See, I will tell you guys, I was born in 1994. So I was born in the time that, dial-up internet and all that stuff was, making it to personal home use. And I remember when my stepfather got our very first computer in our house, and it had dial-up internet. I remember my grandpa sitting in there with us and murmuring to himself, this is going to be the downtrodden man. This is going to be it. And to this day, my grandfather, God bless his soul, he is fighting lung cancer right now, throat cancer. And, he's a very strong believer in God and very strong in his faith. And, it's to the point now that I'll sit down and have a conversation with him. And, that makes me tear up every time that I talk about it. But I'll ask him, oh, how you doing? Well, I'm ready to go home and be with you, Grandma. And, my grandmother passed couple of years back, and she was a very, very important part of my life. And, you know, I'll still ask him to this stage, you know, what do you think about all this going on? And he'll just look at me and say the most simplest thing. Open your Bible, Adam.
I've been told.
It's literally laid out for you.
I've been told that a lot lately. Again, I didn't grow up that way. I wasn't around that. Everybody, I live in Middle Tennessee now, so I'm like in the middle of the Bible Belt.
Oh yeah, you're close to me.
and people are telling me, you know, again, Revelations, and everybody's like, you know, this is there. This read it. You know.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, but I'm sorry if I turned this into a big.
I think that was me.
No,
okay.
But you know, I think all of us is on the same page with this. Is, you know, this whole AI thing is, yeah, you know, it's one of those things that just makes you feel uneasy, because they're like, well, we just unveiled robots that can walk around and you can buy them now for your home to do your laundry, to do this, to do that. We've seen that in Terminator. We've seen that in iRobot. We've seen all of this. And
I think the problem with me is like these robot dogs they come out with that have guns on them.
Oh yeah.
The police dogs. I'm like, yeah, the police robot dogs. No thanks.
Yeah. And the God, where was it that I saw that? It was at a the Tesla bot. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. The Tesla bot that came out. Have you guys seen that?
I think I have.
No.
It's literally a upright walking robot
that
you can now purchase. It's like $30,000 or $60,000, and it is marketed to do your chores at your house while you're at work, or And the thing that they advertised in it absolutely, and excuse my language when I say this, it absolutely scared the shit out of me as a parent, is it can watch your kids.
Nope.
It's like, no. No. And the thing is like we was just talking about, the sheep, these people that we call sheep, they're buying into it. They're like, yeah, this is a great idea. This is a great idea. I'm going to let robots watch my children. Yeah. And you take a step back and you look at this and you're like, am I living in a freaking sci-fi movie, or is this real life? Like, what is it?
Yeah.
I don't want to get into calling people. I want to be nice to everybody, but there's a lot of people out there that rely on government, science to run their lives for them instead of being open-minded and living their own lives. And again, I'm a big person. It's like, ask questions. If you don't see something right, again, ask a question. And that's what concerns me about a lot of the younger generation coming up is they're not asking those questions. They're just relying on things to make their life easy. And that's the tough part is, are you gonna let AI come into your house, cook your dinners, take care of your kids, you go to work, and not ever expect them to have the ability to keep learning, to become smarter, and eventually someday say, we're done with humans. You know, it's again, this is conspiracy theories because that's how I am, but I don't want it. I really don't want it.
Chad, it is only a conspiracy theory until it's proven true. Well, okay. Back in the 70s and the 80s, when you guys were growing up, when the Terminator came out, did you guys think at that age, yeah, we're going to see this one day, or no, this is just a sci-fi movie? You know, we're not going to see this.
I believed it. I believed it was possible.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I was talking to Jerry and David before about it. Is, you know, I believe that they have the technology that's getting released today.
Mm-hmm.
Is 40 or 50 years behind what they really have.
Yep.
That's what I believe is
Yeah.
because how are they making these things just poof out of nowhere?
Yeah.
You know,
Did
Yeah.
you ever, Adam, did you ever think that we've all gone through this? Not we, but we've gone through this before, and mankind has lived over and over and over. We destroy ourselves all the time, and then we come back to start over, and then destroy ourselves, and come back to live over, destroy ourselves.
I have
It's just curiosity. I don't want to get.
I'm telling you, man, I love conversations like this. It's absolutely great. I know Jerry's probably waiting for me to get offline and just be like, "Shut up! You're gonna get me banned. You're gonna get me banned. Shut up!"
Now that's my fault too. I'm sorry. I have a lot of questions on what goes on in this world right now,
Yeah.
and
No, what you just asked is I've read on things like that before, and it's a very well possibility. And I say that if you would have asked me that in my early 20s, I would have been like, no. But now,
when you can see it happening,
I like to call it what my dad used to tell me is, when you're a teenager, you don't think that anything can hurt you. You think that the world owes you everything and you got a chip on your shoulder and you got to prove it. But then when you get older and you get married and you have children, you realize these things is maybe I should be more open-minded about this. It's because maybe instead of me being a 20-year-old smartass that thinks knows everything, maybe I should take that step back, be humble, and listen to people that's been through it before.
all right.
And that's literally what happened to me, because like you were saying, when you was younger, you wasn't really into the whole, the Bible and everything like that. When I grew up in church. I grew up in it, but I never really understood it until I got older.
Right.
We would go to church. I would be 10, 11 years old and be like, all right, well, Sunday after we get out of church, we get to go eat at KFC. Cool. But then when you take a step back and you start reading your Bible and you start listening to the messages, it's like, oh, that's what they're talking about. That's why these things are playing out. That's why we need to start praying more. We need to start getting closer with God, because without Him, we're nothing.
We're lost.
We're lost. Like Mary just said, we are lost. We don't know. We don't know what's good for us. That's one of the things is a lot of people will sit here and tell you every day is, if you just look at science, if you look at this, you can look at that, you can look at this, that God is a myth. God is a myth. There is no possible way that He can exist. There is no possible way that there is a heaven. There is no possible way that there is a hell. There is all that. You hear that every single day. Scientists trying to come up with these new things every day, is trying to open up the CERN portal to get in contact with something we shouldn't be in contact with, because we don't know what's going to happen. I dare to ask people that think like that, what would you do if you were standing in a field one day? Your whole life you had been warned and told, hey man, it's time to start getting right. It's time to start learning these values. It's time to start learning these things. And you're talking to your friend in the field, and then the next second he's a believer and you're not. And then the next second you turn to look at him and all you see is a pile of clothes there.
Yeah. Just watched a movie on that the other day.
Right? But this is the thing. What do you think when the rapture happens? How do you think the world's going to react?
crazy.
It's going to go into absolute chaos.
Yeah.
And what is most of these people going to say? I wish I would have listened.
Well, you know that they're going to try to spin it in a different way.
Oh yeah, the government will sit there and say, "Oh well, there was a biological attack, or aliens came and abducted people, or
Right.
anything like that." But
Right.
when you are sitting around, and I hope and pray that none of my friends right here tonight get left behind, what can you say? After it is all said and done, what are you going to do?
Absolutely. Well, I didn't want to get down this far. Sorry. A lot of questions for me, and Adam and you and I can talk sometime. I love it. Jerry, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but
we're sorry we went down that rabbit hole. We hope that we didn't upset you with it. But
I'm going to be cutting out here, guys.
yeah, I need to
Alright.
get going too.
It's late.
Yep.
But
Very
thank
late.
you for the great talk, guys. Have a
Yeah,
good
good
night.
it was good to meet you,
Thanks for
Mary.
coming on, Mary.
Chad,
Thank you.
Night,
Chad,
Mary.
be sure to add me on Facebook, Chad. And
I think I have.
okay,
I think I
okay,
have.
and we can
1094.
continue this conversation. So, yeah, thank you so much for the conversation. Are we still going to be running? Are we calling it tonight, or are we still going to be running the live stream? Or are we calling it tonight, or?
We ain't done yet. You're still talking.
Well, let's talk about the economic forum.
No,
No, no.
you're
We
fired.
can talk about Doge a little bit and what they're doing to our government. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
I'm kidding, Jerry. I would not. That's for my podcast. Someday.
Enough is enough.
All seriousness, I'm sorry if that completely got
No.
off topic. I hope I haven't
Fine.
upset or offended anyone. But
You didn't offend me. I'm sure we offended somebody, but I'm sure they'll let me know. If
I
that's
don't
all.
know on this page. I don't think we're good there, but
Well, I'm not. I'm going beyond the common people here, like us.
what? But
Yeah.
and a serious question for you guys is, Chad kind of sparked an interest again. Is do you guys think that there's been humans before us that's like lived in a society and everything, like way before our chapter happened?
I don't know.
What I would love to hear what you guys think.
I don't know.
I truly believe we've been here. We've excelled. If you look at the some of the ancient people that we think are ancient that were not. Well, let's go with the Egyptians and
Mhm.
what they've done with their society, and we all think they were. They weren't as smart as us, but they built the pyramids and they did a lot of other things.
I'll be back.
Okay.
And
We don't know.
I think one of my questions for that would be the Egyptians, like you just said. How did they have all this information in these hieroglyphics of flying spacecraft?
Well, because it happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Mesopotamians, the Aztecs, the Incans, all of these different the whatever they were in the Far East, I can't remember. I'm sorry, but they all had the same hieroglyphics. They all had the same images.
Mm-hmm.
And I always said, and I will always say, they wouldn't have drawn it if they wouldn't have seen it.
Yep.
So, we see dog-headed people in Egyptian hieroglyphics. We see, all these different creatures. Why would they have drawn it if they hadn't have seen it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying they were stupid. They weren't, obviously they were a lot of very intelligent people that created a lot of science that we
Mhm.
still recognize to this day. So they knew something, they saw something. That's it. And it's the same way nowadays.
Do you
if we
guys-
see something, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, Chad. Go ahead.
No,
I didn't mean to
please
interrupt you.
continue.
Do you guys think that our government is in contact
Yes.
with aliens?
Yes.
Do you think that they have a deal with them?
Yes.
According to history, real history, maybe. Yeah, I think so.
I do
Okay.
too.
Let me ask you guys this: is you guys have been on this planet longer than I have, and you guys have more experience with this planet more than I have. So I do ask these questions to you guys because you guys have lived through more of this life on this planet Earth that we live on. Do you think that there is going to be an alien invasion?
No.
Please,
Okay. I won't say no
explain
straight
to
up.
me. Please explain to me why you think there will be or there won't be.
I won't say straight up that there will be. I think they're watching us. I think they, in sort of a way, we were part of their genetic creation. And I know God and all of that is involved as well. But what do we call God? This is where we're going to be a little bit different. I think that, yes, we were created by a higher power. I don't know what that higher power is.
Okay.
And I'm not going to look at this scientifically as a science person. I'm going to look at that we still don't know.
Okay.
But our genes have been seen. Things in our genes have been found in other things. Our chromosomes, our genetic makeup.
Mhm.
And I'm a guy that's always going to ask questions.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I feel if I'm not asking questions, I'm not making myself smarter or dumber, whichever. But I'm going to leave both doors open. Could it be aliens? Could the aliens be that supreme being that created us? I don't know.
Do you guys? Do you think that God and aliens play in the same kind of ball field with that, or do you think that it was? I'm just curious of what you believe.
I could say that God created the aliens too. I don't know. I don't know.
Can I chime in real
Yeah,
quick?
yeah, David. I want to hear yours as well.
I find this fascinating, this conversation. I'm just kind of like, so by definition, God is an alien. He's not of Earth. He's outside Earth's realm. So by definition, he is. I believe God is God and not like some just gray being or whatever. Maybe I don't know that. I do, and I look at this like the aliens could be fallen angels. They could be, but the Bible talks a lot about heavenly hosts, the hosts of heavenly hosts. They're beings that are in outer space. It was where heaven is to us. It's up, and so I kind of weighed out, and I had to roll that through my mind too because I've had the alien experience. So it was like, well, how do you account for that in the Bible's words? And then the more me and Dee are on like our 13th year straight of reading the Bible. And so as we kept reading it, it like started dawning, it talks about heavenly hosts and other beings and even angels, whatever, and fallen angels. And so in my mind, I just started rolling around that I think God, I in my heart, I know God is a supreme being, the supreme creator being. And I'm not going to shorten his hand on what he's created other than humans out there. I have no idea on that, but what do you think, Blackie?
So,
you're kind of taking that in.
No. I kind of hope that God is happy that we're questioning all of this, that we're using our brains as humans because that's what he gave us brains for. We can't just, I guess that's the only place I want to go is I hope that he is happy that we're questioning all of this.
Yeah, because us three right here, none of us can sit here and say we know exactly what God is thinking right now.
Right.
As and both of you brought up a great thing is, for example, is one of the most common misconceptions of what angels look like. People say that you always hear about, and I don't, Chad, have you did any research on what angels look like in the Bible compared
I
to
hear
what
they're not
people-
what we think they look like.
Okay. So, angels in the Bible, people always think that, you go to a store and you see like, oh, that's a cute drawing of an angel or something like that. That's not what angels look like.
Yeah, pretty wings, a little
Yeah,
halo,
that's
A little
not
baby.
what- That's
A little
not what they
baby.
look like
little cherub.
whatsoever.
No, they were
It-
falling on their face, scared to death.
Yeah, if you look like, hang on, have you seen some of if people has taken what angels look like in the Bible and they have put it into drawings? Have you seen those?
I've seen stuff.
think I have.
Not looking at that, like scary beasts, beings.
Like, for example, there is some angels that look like that. So imagine, or something like that. So imagine how people would feel, just like you were saying that they was absolutely terrified of seeing these things. I mean, if all three of us was sitting outside at a campfire one night and we're all just telling jokes and everything, and we see an angel like that, what is our first responses as humans going to be?
Scary and evil, maybe even, or what? Who knows? Just some
We would,
life-shattering event.
we would look at that. All three of us would look at one another and be like, "Holy moly, that is absolutely terrifying."
Right.
But it says, and this is the thing, Chad, in the Bible, it says when these angels talked to man, they told him, "Do not be afraid of me,
Yep.
for I'm here for you.
Yep.
I'm not here to make you fear."
Yep. That's like
But-
what he first started off almost all the time. Don't fear. Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm going to have to do a live stream where I can have all of you guys on and we can sit here and we can talk about
I'd
this.
love that. I'd love that.
I know the people watching is probably like, we want to hear about, the cryptids and everything like that. So I apologize once again for that. But, and for me, when we start talking about God and we start talking about the Bible and we start talking about, how wonderful a man Jesus was, well, he wasn't even a man, he was the Son of God. It just gets me fired up because if you think about it, he loves everyone. Everyone.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you was a murderer. It doesn't matter if you donated billions and billions of dollars to a homeless shelter. He loves you the same way as your brother. And that's what I will stop with on this. If you guys want to talk about something else, we can.
I think Jerry's ready to shut it down. But Adam, I'd love to talk to you
Okay.
some more. So I
Okay.
think, and David too. I mean, let's do
All
it
right.
sometime.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah, it's getting late, guys.
Yeah, I got you.
Gary, I'm just sorry. I apologize.
That's right. No
But-
problem. No problem.
But guys, thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
I hope I'm invited again.
Bigfoot Bud wants to know what your YouTube channel is.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Bigfoot Bud in chat wants to know your YouTube channel.
Cryptid Fan 94. I will type that in.
He's supposed to start podcasts soon.
Yeah.
That's big.
What is?
We've been
got this.
talking about this for the past month, so I'm
Yeah.
sorry in advance, guys.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry. So
No, don't be sorry. Hey, stuff. That stuff comes first. Trust me.
But guys, thank you so much for having me on. I love you guys. I
Love you
appreciate
too.
y'all. I'm
Yep.
excited. I'm excited for all of us to chat again. You know, if you guys ever need anything, reach out to me.
Yeah.
And
Thanks, Adam.
Phyllis, we
appreciate you
lost
guys.
egg. We lost egg about I don't
8
know,
hours ago.
half hour or so ago. He went to sleep.
People saying egg down.
Egg down. Yep.
Phyllis, he's not well. Is he all right?
John, sick.
He
not
hasn't
feeling
been.
good.
Oh, John's not well. Oh,
He got a migraine headache or something. She said.
Oh, man, I hope he gets to feeling better.
Yeah.
But I'm going to hop off here, guys. Once again, love you guys.
Okay.
And
Absolutely,
yeah,
brother.
nice talking to you.
Yeah,
We'll be in
Take
touch.
care.
Big love, Adam.
God bless you guys. Take care.
You too, brother.
Yeah. Woo, boy, he had a lot to say, didn't he? that's great.
I'm sorry. That's partially my fault too. I just
That's
got
why I have. That's why I have Adam on. So
a lot of questions.
yeah, it's all good. All good.
Yep.
He will be starting a regular podcast. I'm not sure. I told him I would help him get through the StreamYard part of it. So
That's why I'm gonna
Maybe.
need help from you for
Yep.
that too when I get going.
pretty soon we can retire. Woohoo!
Yeah. Woo.
Just kidding.
Me too, right?
No, we enjoy. I enjoy listening to everybody. It's fine. It's
Me
just
too.
it's getting late. It's getting late
Yeah.
now.
Agreed.
So I'm sure. I hope we didn't offend anybody tonight.
No, I think chat stayed really well. Looks
Chat's
everything I'm
fine.
reading.
Yeah, actually, chat was fine. Yeah, I'm just worried about the other
No,
people.
shouldn't have. Hopefully not.
It's like
Oh.
saying the D word, huh? Like saying the D
Right,
word.
drones. A drone's a drone. I can own a drone. You can own a drone.
Yeah.
Blackie can own a drone. But don't you dare say anything publicly about a drone. It's
Right.
stupid. But that's
Yeah.
how it is. I get aggravated with it, Chad. I really do. But
Absolutely.
what are you going to do? You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay. Well, we lost the
Let's
egg.
check out. Yeah.
I really appreciate Mary being on here tonight. That was
Me
awesome.
too.
Heck
I
And,
love
yeah.
Mary. She's awesome.
Absolutely. And remember to check out that movie,
Oh heck yeah. That's probably tomorrow's
It's-
viewing.
Bigfoot the movie. I believe it's called
Bigfoot, the movie.
Yeah.
Bigfoot
And
the
Bigfoot
movie,
the
and she's
sequel.
Bigfoot the movie, the sequel. Yes.
Yeah.
So we definitely check that out. And she has a book, stuff like that. So I wanted to bring all that up. We just didn't get around to it for some reason. But anyway. But yeah, Mary's been at this a long time. Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project, and of course her podcast you can find there is Monkey Wench, not
Yes.
Wrench.
Not Wrench.
So, and that's every Wednesday night at 7:30 Eastern. Is her podcast. So, but definitely check it out.
And yes, Catherine, I'm gonna have a show probably the next couple months.
You are
Yeah.
cool.
Slowly working on something.
Nice.
Ooh,
We'll
little get even time.
see how long I last on YouTube, by the way.
Oh man.
Well, now, if you're not monetized,
I don't plan on being monetized.
well, I'm monetized on another channel.
I know.
That's
I know.
kind of linked, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I don't think they'll bother you too much. I don't think. But I have been, I won't say reprimanded, but I have gotten in their terms of warnings, I guess.
Gotcha. Yeah, I got to learn what I can talk about, what I can't talk about. So that's probably my biggest thing right now is
Anytime you can't talk about religion in this country, we got a big problem.
Yep.
I'll just leave it at
I
that.
plan on doing multiple. I'm not going to do a cryptid channel. I'm going to I'll talk
Yeah.
about cryptids some night. I'll talk about politics. I'm going to talk about whatever, just different topics all the time. So
That's great. That's
Yeah.
good.
just got to learn obviously like pews and stuff like that. Got to be
And
careful.
yeah, you got to be careful with that here.
Yep.
I do know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in fact one of the things. Adam's study messaging me. His phone's just going ding, ding, ding. You're fine, Adam. If you're still watching or whatever, you're fine. You're good. Yeah, man. Okay, David. Thank you for taking care of that, David.
You're welcome.
He's fine. But we are guys have never had a problem. Yeah, Bigfoot. By the way, Bud and Angie, we'd like to get you on
Oh,
Old
heck
Line
yeah.
Cryptids sometime soon on Old Line Cryptids. Maybe like next month. I think we're booked out through February now, and we're going to actually the last Tuesday in February we will not have a show, but we'll jump right back on it the following week in March. So we'd like to get you maybe if you guys can find time, Bud, sometime in March, a Tuesday night in March. Or we can have you on here if it don't work out for you on Tuesday night. We can always have you on Beards and Boogers. But we try to be a little more. It's pretty serious tonight, but we try to be a little more, serious, Bigfoot wise, cryptid wise, whatever, on Tuesday nights. So giddy up, just holler. Okay, we'll definitely be in touch with you very, very soon. Cool deal.
Awesome.
Yep, Bud and Angie coming soon.
Woo!
Woohoo.
They're some good people.
Yeah. Yep. Well, Erica's back. She
Hi,
disappeared.
Erica.
She go get a nap.
Clean house.
Oh, wow! It's late to be cleaning the house.
Yeah, I had a early morning work day, so I got to catch up now.
John's going to be the big TV star here coming up on Miss V's channel,
Awesome.
15th, and Chris Reinhardt next month. Chris
Wow,
Reinhardt's
nice,
the other
John.
one I'd like to get on here. Yeah,
Woo.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
I'd love
haven't-
to have Chris on.
yeah. I haven't met Chris yet, but
He
I like
is
that.
really nice.
I like to chew his ear a little bit.
Hmm. He just sent me an EMF detector to test myself.
Yeah.
Free.
Okay.
Yeah. It was all negative.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to. I actually have been watching Chris for quite a while. Back when it was Berkshire Mountain Sasquatch, I think was his first show.
Yeah, I think so.
Originally, he was Berkshire Mountain Sasquatch,
Yeah.
Bigfoot or something like that. I can't remember.
Yep. Yeah,
But,
he's been solid since he started.
Yeah, he's been around a while.
Hmm.
Surprising. Man, he's got some irons in the fire now. So,
Yep.
but yeah, check him out too. And it's getting ready to become. What's the new name it's going to be? Real American
Real
Monster.
American Monsters. Yeah.
Yeah, Real American Monsters. So
Yep.
that's a cool deal. Yes, Reinhardt is a good guy. Absolutely.
Yep.
Chad, what's the name of your new channel? Have you thought yet, or?
Not yet. I've got so many names running through my head right now, and probably half the reason I can't sleep at night. I got all these stupid things not stupid. Yeah, stupid things run through my head. But I know the topics. I've been writing that down. It's just name wise, I don't know yet.
Way serious.
Yeah.
Just have fun with it.
Yeah.
Don't.
That's
Nope.
the whole idea of the show. I love everybody's podcast that I've been a part of, listened to. I just kind of want to step a little bit away from that because I don't have all the experiences that everybody has.
Mhm.
So I want to kind of go into maybe some history, politics, conspiracy theories, things that I know. So,
Right.
and I know a lot of the people that we follow in the chats and everything, they comment on the stuff I talk about when I put it on Facebook. So hopefully get a little bit of a group there. Again, I don't want to be monetized. I just want to speak my piece and everybody else be able to speak their piece.
Yep. That works. Yeah, I think it'll be successful for you.
I'm just looking for
Just
some
about-
fun.
Yep, just that's it. Exactly. Have fun with it. That's the main
Yep.
thing. Have fun with it.
Yep.
Like I said, this was started. Well, not this particular. Was designed to be a goof off channel, but anymore you got to be careful how you goof off. You do.
Exactly,
It's
exactly.
ridiculous, but I figure if they don't like you, they'll stop watching you. But the other channel was just put together to learn.
I see BF Bud.
Yeah.
You'll be on. If you're a big history and war buff, we're perfect. We'll be talking that stuff too. So
Poor Al. I got to send Adam a message. I'm not upset with him.
Did he say
If I
something?
didn't want him on here, I wouldn't have invited him on. You know, I mean, I know he likes to come in and ask. That's why I picked on him right away. He started asking questions right away. I said, "You're asking the questions."
Tell him to start
Yeah.
asking questions. Tell him to start asking questions on his own channel. Get it
He's-
started.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. He's well. Actually, it was supposed to have already been going, but I think there was some
Okay.
family problems going on. So I
He's
can't
good.
see that
He's
one.
good. He's
Yeah,
going to be
he is.
good.
Yeah, he's a good talker. And,
Yep.
Yep. Just like me, I can't seem to say goodbye. Here's that 20-minute Southern
Get that-
goodbye. You know.
Southern goodbye.
Yeah.
And Jeff did the Irish goodbye. So
Yeah, I
Click.
kind of figured that was coming. So
Yeah.
But
Poor
I'm
guy.
kind of upset with him because he took away my fun. When he clicked this camera off, he's no dummy now. He's learning.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a scammer tonight. Did we have a scammer? Is that
Oh,
what
we
you
did?
said? No. I thought. Okay, never mind.
He clicked his
No,
camera.
he clicked his camera off,
Oh, okay.
so we couldn't see him sleep.
Oh, okay. His camera. Okay, my bad.
So, but
I'm old. I
anyway,
can't hear.
Tuesday night, this coming Tuesday night, Flat Rock will be with us on
Yay.
Old Line Cryptids. So we're looking forward to that. The following week there won't be a show, and then after that, I'm sorry, there is another show after that. He's got somebody scheduled too, but I can't remember who it is. He's some people that Mary know be there. Yeah, just making sure I got that right. But anyway, okay, I'm going to shut up now. We're going to go out of here.
Yeah, Blackie.
Hi,
He
everybody.
won't stop. He will not stop talking, man. It's crazy.
I did for the longest time and just let you all carry on. So
You did. You just you're out of here.
I just, hey, you know what? That's fine. Let them have at it.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
all good. So, okay. Y'all hang
All right,
around. The rest of you, we'll see you Tuesday night. Be sure to come on. Watch Flat Rock. Should be a good show. Flat Rock's got
Absolutely.
lots to show and talk about. So,
Yeah.
well.
looking forward to that. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Love everybody in chat. Appreciate y'all being here. See ya. Say
Brothers,
bye,
sisters,
everybody. This is where you say
everybody
bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye.